You're tuned in to the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network. Today's Long Island Ducks game broadcast will begin shortly. Every game this season will be broadcast live on the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network with high-definition video and audio via Boxcast. Fans can tune into the game on the Ducks' official Facebook page or YouTube channel, as well as the team's official website, liducks.com. Thank you for tuning in, and stand by for complete coverage of today's game. 2022 individual game tickets are now on sale. Fans can purchase their tickets by visiting the Fairfield Properties Ballpark box office, calling 631-940-TIXX, or going online to liducks.com. Season ticket packages and mini plans are also available. To find out more information and secure your seats, please call 631-940-3825 to speak with someone in the ticket office. Get your business recognized by hundreds of thousands of Long Islanders by taking advantage of the advertising and sponsorship opportunities currently available with the Long Island Ducks. For more information, please call 631-940-3825, extension 106, or check us out on the web at liducks.com. The Ducks offer many packages available for groups to enjoy a game. The team offers block seating, pregame and in-game picnics, luxury suites, an exclusive party deck, and so much more. In addition, groups have the opportunity to take part in a variety of exclusive experiences, such as performing the national anthem or taking the field with the Ducks as the Nicolak Dream Team. Group ticket packages are now on sale. Please call 631-940-3825 to speak with someone in the group sales department. Looking for official Long Island Ducks merchandise, hard-to-find memorabilia, team apparel, and so much more? Then be sure to check out the Waddle Inn Shop, the official merchandise store of the Ducks. Fans can visit the shop online anytime at liducks.com by clicking the merchandise icon. The store is open on game days Monday to Friday from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. and then during the game from inside the ballpark only. On non-game days, the store is open from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. Monday through Friday. Children 14 and under can become members of the Bethpage Federal Credit Union Long Island Ducks Kids Club today. Kids will receive a unique gift package and take part in a variety of fun activities that come with being a member of the Kids Club. For more information on how to sign your child up, please visit liducks.com or call 631-940-3825. Quacker Jack, the 11-time Best Long Island mascot, is now available for appearances at parties and other special events throughout the Long Island community. Please fill out and submit an appearance request form at liducks.com or contact the Community Relations Department at 631-940-3825 to book an appearance. Once again, thank you for tuning in to the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network. Today's game will begin momentarily. You're tuned in to the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network. Today's Long Island Ducks game broadcast will begin shortly. Every game this season will be broadcast live on the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network with high-definition video and audio via Boxcast. Fans can tune into the game on the Ducks' official Facebook page or YouTube channel, as well as the team's official website, liducks.com. Thank you for tuning in, and stand by for complete coverage of today's game. 2022 individual game tickets are now on sale. Fans can purchase their tickets by visiting the Fairfield Properties Ballpark box office, calling 631-940-TIXX, or going online to liducks.com. Season ticket packages and mini plans are also available. To find out more information and secure your seats, please call 631-940-3825 to speak with someone in the ticket office. Get your business recognized by hundreds of thousands of Long Islanders by taking advantage of the advertising and sponsorship opportunities currently available with the Long Island Ducks. For more information, please call 631-940-3825, extension 106, or check us out on the web at liducks.com. The Ducks offer many packages available for groups to enjoy a game. The team offers block seating, pregame and in-game picnics, luxury suites, an exclusive party deck, and so much more. In addition, groups have the opportunity to take part in a variety of exclusive experiences, such as performing the national anthem or taking the field with the Ducks as the Nicolak Dream Team. Group ticket packages are now on sale. Please call 631-940-3825 to speak with someone in the group sales department. Looking for official Long Island Ducks merchandise, hard-to-find memorabilia, team apparel, and so much more? Then be sure to check out the Waddle Inn Shop, the official merchandise store of the Ducks. Fans can visit the shop online anytime at liducks.com by clicking the merchandise icon. The store is open on game days Monday to Friday from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. and then during the game from inside the ballpark only. On non-game days, the store is open from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. Monday through Friday. Children 14 and under can become members of the Bethpage Federal Credit Union Long Island Ducks Kids Club today. Kids will receive a unique gift package and take part in a variety of fun activities that come with being a member of the Kids Club. For more information on how to sign your child up, please visit liducks.com or call 631-940-3825. Quacker Jack, the 11-time Best Long Island mascot, is now available for appearances at parties and other special events throughout the Long Island community. Please fill out and submit an appearance request form at liducks.com or contact the Community Relations Department at 631-940-3825 to book an appearance. Once again, thank you for tuning in to the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network. Today's game will begin momentarily. You're tuned in to the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network. Today's Long Island Ducks game broadcast will begin shortly. Every game this season will be broadcast live on the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network with high-definition video and audio via Boxcast. Fans can tune into the game on the Ducks' official Facebook page or YouTube channel, as well as the team's official website, liducks.com. Thank you for tuning in, and stand by for complete coverage of today's game. 2022 individual game tickets are now on sale. Fans can purchase their tickets by visiting the Fairfield Properties Ballpark box office, calling 631-940-TIXX, or going online to liducks.com. Season ticket packages and mini plans are also available. To find out more information and secure your seats, please call 631-940-3825 to speak with someone in the ticket office. Get your business recognized by hundreds of thousands of Long Islanders by taking advantage of the advertising and sponsorship opportunities currently available with the Long Island Ducks. For more information, please call 631-940-3825, extension 106, or check us out on the web at liducks.com. The Ducks offer many packages available for groups to enjoy a game. The team offers block seating, pregame and in-game picnics, luxury suites, an exclusive party deck, and so much more. In addition, groups have the opportunity to take part in a variety of exclusive experiences, such as performing the national anthem or taking the field with the Ducks as the Nicolak Dream Team. Group ticket packages are now on sale. Please call 631-940-3825 to speak with someone in the group sales department. Looking for official Long Island Ducks merchandise, hard-to-find memorabilia, team apparel, and so much more? Then be sure to check out the Waddle Inn Shop, the official merchandise store of the Ducks. Fans can visit the shop online anytime at liducks.com by clicking the merchandise icon. The store is open on game days Monday to Friday from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. and then during the game from inside the ballpark only. On non-game days, the store is open from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. Monday through Friday. Children 14 and under can become members of the Bethpage Federal Credit Union Long Island Ducks Kids Club today. Kids will receive a unique gift package and take part in a variety of fun activities that come with being a member of the Kids Club. For more information on how to sign your child up, please visit liducks.com or call 631-940-3825. Quacker Jack, the 11-time Best Long Island mascot, is now available for appearances at parties and other special events throughout the Long Island community. Please fill out and submit an appearance request form at liducks.com or contact the Community Relations Department at 631-940-3825 to book an appearance. Once again, thank you for tuning in to the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network. Today's game will begin momentarily.
This is Long Island Ducks baseball.
Justin Davies at the plate, the winning run at third. Crowd going nuts. Swung on, bouncing ball left side, off the mitt, up third baseman Brad Strauss. Here comes Willie Rodriguez. Justin Davies has done it again. The Ducks are one quack away from the championship. Jason Johnson makes the catch. He makes the catch, and the Long Island Ducks have swept the Camden River Sharks. They are the 2004 Atlantic League champions.
Line bunt up the third baseline. Esquivel charging in. They're not going to have a play, and the Ducks are the champions of the Atlantic League here in 2012. Going back is Adam Bailey. He settles under it. He makes the catch, and for a second straight year, the Atlantic League trophy will reside on Long Island. Swung on and missed for strike three. The Long Island Ducks have come to Texas, and they'll be bringing the trophy back home to Long Island. The Long Island Ducks are the 2019 Atlantic League champions.
And now it's time for the Long Island Ducks pregame show.
We are live here at Staten Island University Hospital Community Park in Staten Island, New York. It is time once again for Long Island Ducks baseball, as the Long Island Ducks take on the Staten Island FerryHawks in the opening game of a three-game series, the final regular season series for both of these teams here in 2022. Well, good evening, everybody. My name is Michael Pollack. I'll be bringing you the play-by-play for all of tonight's action. I'll be joined a little bit later on by Mike Moore as well. Thank you so much for tuning in here to the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network. Coming to you live on liducks.com, Facebook Live, and youtube.com/DucksBaseball. So this is the start of the final series of the regular season for the Ducks, a season that has been one that has featured many ups and downs for the flock, but this weekend the Ducks will be trying to earn a series victory against their rivals, the FerryHawks, in this final installment of this year's Battle of the Belt, the inaugural rivalry series between these two New York foes. Right now, the FerryHawks hold a 16-15 advantage, and they will be looking for more of the same as to what they had last weekend on Long Island when they swept the Ducks in a three-game series. The first time they won all three games in a three-game set against the Flock. Long Island did that earlier this year at Fairfield Properties Ballpark. Ducks are coming off a game in which they lost 8-2 to the Southern Maryland Blue Crabs. They dropped 2 out of 3 to the Blue Crabs in that series. And yesterday, Southern Maryland scored early and often against right-hander Chris Cepeda. They got 2 runs in the first, a 1 in the second, and another in the third. Long Island got 1 run in the bottom of the first, and it was 4-1 after 3 innings. It stayed that way till the 7th, when Staten Island would score 2 more runs off of Cepeda and then 2 more runs off of Chaz Sywin in the 8th. Long Island's only other run came in the 9th inning when Jose Sermo came to the plate with 1 out, and David Weiss had his final home run call of 2022.
Up against the Lancaster Barnstormers. I don't even have a feel for that series. I think it'll be a dandy.
And that one is hit a long way by Jose Sermo. That one is well out of here. What do you need to beat the Blue Crabs? Jose Sermo. Look at that ball. It's still going. Jose Sermo. Jose Sermo. Jose Sermo. Jose Sermo. Jose Sermo. Jose Sermo with his 4th home run of the season. He made a Krabby Patty out of that one. 8-2, Ducks trail by 6. Sermo with a little going-away gift.
So Jose Sermo with the long solo home run, his 4th of the season, but that would be all the Ducks could muster against the Blue Crabs as they lost the game by the final count of 8-2. And Darryl Thompson getting his league-leading 15th win in the process, while Chris Cepeda suffered his 2nd loss of the season. So the Ducks now have equaled their low watermark of the year, 5 games under 500 at 62-67 overall. They're 26-37 in the second half. Staten Island, after a tough first half of the season, has been much more competitive in the second half. They're 29-34 in the second half of the season, but still for the season bringing up the rear in the Atlantic League at 47-82. So that sets you up for tonight's ball game. We'll take a break. When we come back, I'll be joined by Ducks manager Wally Backman to preview the final series of the regular season for the Ducks.
Hey fans, this is manager Wally Backman, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network.
When we see Long Island, we see you. Because at Catholic Health, we know that it's your remarkable lives that breathe life into our island. So at every Catholic Health hospital, practice, and care facility, we're able to provide the highest quality, most innovative care for your body, because our culture cherishes your humanity. Long live Long Island.
Take your group out to the game this season and enjoy all the fun of Ducks baseball at discounted prices with the picnic area, luxury suites, party deck, and so much more. Bringing your group to the game will be an unforgettable experience. The Ducks even offer opportunities to sing the national anthem, serve as the Ridgewood Savings Bank color guard, be the Nicolak Dream Team, or put on a pregame performance. To book your outing today, call 631-940-3825 and ask for the group sales department. Long Island Ducks baseball. Good times every time.
Getting ready for baseball tonight here at Staten Island University Hospital Community Park. It is the final series of the regular season, opening game of a three-game set between the Ducks and the FerryHawks. I caught up with Ducks manager Wally Backman before tonight's game to preview the upcoming series here in Staten Island this weekend, but also talk about some of the positives and negatives he has taken away from this 2022 season of Ducks baseball. Last series of the season is upon us, Wally. You're at this point. Obviously, a playoff spot is not on the line, but what's your message to this team going into the final three games?
I just think to finish the season hard, finish it strong, play the game the right way, just play hard. And that's what we need to do. You know, there's a lot of things that we got to decide this winter on who we're going to keep and who we're going to bring back and who we're not. So by playing hard, it makes it harder for us to evaluate.
Overall, when you've looked at this group over the course of this season, obviously not achieving the goals that you want, but what are some of the things that you looked at from this group that you took away as positives?
Well, the positive part is we swung the bats well. We hit for a higher average as a team. We hit better with runners in scoring position this year, but on the other hand, our base running wasn't good, and our defense was good early in the year, but it got poor. So those are things that we have to try to fix for next year.
On the pitching side of things, I know it's been kind of a mixed bag. You've had some guys who have really performed well, other guys who haven't. When you look at the pitching staff as a whole, what is the one thing you felt like they needed to do a little bit better?
Well, I think they needed to throw more strikes. I thought we walked too many guys, but again, you look at the pitching side of it, our defense hurt them a little bit too, especially some of the younger kids that we had. It's hard to get 4 and 5 outs in an inning sometimes. It leads to big innings, and that's what's happened to us quite a few times this year.
You faced a team this week in the Blue Crabs who obviously are playoff bound and have had their best season in franchise history. You won the opening game against them, dropped the next two. When you view kind of the results of that series, where do you view your team and how they were able to compete against them?
Well, you know, we played a mistake-free game the first game. We swung the bats well, and then we played 2 games in a row where the defense wasn't very good, and the pitching wasn't great, but the defense didn't help them. So consistency is the whole key, and we just, since the second half started, we were just never able to stay consistent on our defense or our base running or our pitching. The offense pretty much stayed pretty consistent throughout the year. You wonder why you lose as many games as you do when the offense on paper was actually better than the offense we had when we won the championship in 19 and went to the championships last year in 21. So there's a lot of things to look at and go over. Mike, myself, and Lou, we'll go over those things this winter and try to prepare better next year.
One of the bright spots down the stretch has been L.J. Mazzilli. I know it's been a tough season for him, especially offensively, but hitting very well over these last 3 weeks. What have you noticed that's been a difference for him?
He looks like the same guy we had in 19 and 21 offensively now. Probably when we started the second half, I know that he was only hitting right around 220. And that's where he had stayed basically the whole first half. And He's up to 260 something. He's probably hit over 300 the second half, like he had hit in previous years. So I just think a lot of it has to do with your work ethics. Sometimes you think you try to take things for granted, and you got to work at everything that you do. So the more you work, the better you become, or you keep yourself where you want to be. So I think LJ realized that partway through the season and started to work harder.
This last series of the season comes against your rivals, the Staten Island FerryHawks, who in the second half have pretty much had your number. What have you noticed that's been the difference with this FerryHawks team in the second half?
They play hard. They play hard all the time. They have more speed. They force the defense to make mistakes. And you're right. They're the one team that gave us fits this year, more so than anybody else probably. But they force the defense to make mistakes because they got a little bit of team speed. And when you have an offense like that, like we've had it in the past, where you play that hard, you force the opposing team to make mistakes, and I think that's what they do.
So when you go up against that team this weekend, what's going to be the key to winning this series or sweeping the series to at least get yourself a share of the belt?
Well, it's about challenging the players to not let any infield hits, not make any errors, throw to the right bases, which we're doing tonight. We're going to have this meeting in a few minutes about just challenging the players to finish the season strong and challenge the players not to let anybody have triples, not to give up any infield hits. So those are the things that we're going to try to work on.
Finally, last night was Fan Appreciation Night, last chance to play in front of the home crowd, which led all MLB partner leagues in attendance this year. How exciting has it been getting a chance to play in front of them?
Well, it's great to play in front of the fans on Long Island. It's we have great crowds. We got good fans. They give us great support, and plus they're New Yorkers. They're fans. They're knowledgeable of the game, and it's fun to play in front of people like that.
Awesome. Thanks so much for the time, Wally. Best of luck here in the final weekend of the season.
Thanks, Mike.
That is Wally Backman, manager of the Long Island Ducks. We'll take a break. When we come back, we'll look at the pitching matchup for tonight's series opener. Then we'll have the starting lineups and the first pitch as the Ducks take on the FerryHawks.
Hey fans, this is outfielder and hitting coach Lou Ford, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network.
Sayville Ford, the no-fees dealer, has been family-owned and operated for 65 years. Visit their spacious showroom to choose from a giant inventory of new, pre-owned, and commercial vehicles with a free 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain limited warranty included. Some exclusions apply. Plus, they offer top dollar for trades, and their service department is open until 1 a.m. on weekdays. Sayville Ford, Long Island's Ford giant, is conveniently located off Exit 50 on Sunrise Highway, or visit SayvilleFord.com for more information.
Morning, Dan. How was your weekend?
Oh, it was awesome. I took my family to a Ducks game and had a blast. The seats were great. We ate a ton of food, and the Ducks won. They even had amazing fireworks.
Oh, yeah, they got a good thing going on there. I took friends to Thirsty Thursday a couple weeks ago and had too much fun.
They should totally use us in one of their radio spots.
You mean like the one we're doing right now?
Sure, that works.
Ducks Baseball. Good times every time. Get tickets at liducks.com.
We are getting ready for tonight's series opener between the Long Island Ducks and the Staten Island FerryHawks. It is the first of three this weekend. The final three games of the regular season for these two teams. They will not be postseason bound. In fact, the Atlantic League playoffs have officially been finalized here for 2022 by virtue of the High Point Rockers clinching the wild card yesterday. And so the North Division Championship Series will feature the Lancaster Barnstormers against the Southern Maryland Blue Crabs. That'll begin on Tuesday night at Clipper Magazine Stadium in Lancaster, Pennsylvania. So that is how the North Division will face. It'll be, again, a best-of-5 series between those two teams. And then the South Division Championship Series is going to feature the Gastonia Honey Hunters, who won both the first and second half in the South Division. And they will be taking on the wild card team, the High Point Rockers, in the best-of-5 South Division Championship Series. That'll start Tuesday night down in Gastonia, North Carolina. The winner of those two series will then meet the following week on Tuesday in the Atlantic League Championship Series. Chris Pike will get the start tonight for the Ducks. No record of 4.50 ERA, 3 appearances on the season. He has made one start, and that one start came against Staten Island last Friday at Fairfield Properties Ballpark. A quality start as he allowed 3 runs on 6 hits and 4 walks over 6 innings, struck out 3, took a no decision in a game the Ducks lost by the final count of 6-4. And Pike, the knuckleballer, will make start number 2. He did pitch 1 inning in relief 2 nights ago against Southern Maryland. He'll be opposed by righty Dylan Castaneda, who will be making his 3rd start of the year. Both have come against the Ducks, both here in the month of September, and both have resulted in wins for Castaneda. He's allowed 8 runs, 7 earned on 9 hits over 11 innings against the Ducks with 8 walks and 11 strikeouts. FerryHawks have taken the field. Let's turn things over down to the field. The color guard will be making its way out towards home plate, and then we will have tonight's national anthem prior to the series opener between the Long Island Ducks and the Staten Island FerryHawks.
First for the Polish national anthem, Daria Nibrandowski. Jeszcze Polska nie zginęła, kiedy nie żyje, co na nocach przemoc dzieła, szabło bierzemy. Marsz, marsz Dąbrowski, z ziemi włoskiej do Polski, za twoim przewodem złączyć się z narodem. Marsz, marsz Dąbrowski, z ziemi włoskiej do Polski, za twoim przewodem złączyć się z narodem. Przejdziem Wisłę, przejdziem Wartę, będziem Polakami. Dał nam przykład Bonaparte, jak zwyciężać mamy. Marsz, marsz Dąbrowski, z ziemi włoskiej do Polski, za twoim przewodem złączyć się z narodem. Marsz, marsz Dąbrowski, z ziemi włoskiej do Polski, za twoim przewodem złączyć się z narodem.
So that was actually the Polish national anthem. It's Polish Heritage Night here at Staten Island University Hospital Community Park. Job well done. Now it's time for the American national anthem.
Whose broad stripes and bright stars
tonight's national anthem here at Staten Island University Hospital Community Park. A job well done with both the Polish and the American national anthems, as again, this is Polish Heritage Night here on this Friday evening. The colors will make their way off the field behind home plate. Once they make their way off the field, right-hander Dylan Castaneda will go through his warm-up tosses this evening as the righty makes his third start of the season with Staten Island. He is 2-0 on the year with a 5.73 ERA and 11 strikeouts over 11 innings. So the colors make their way off the field, and we are just about set for baseball. Castaneda will go through his warm-up tosses on the mound with his rest of his FerryHawks teammates, who are decked out in their powder blue jerseys here tonight. The Ducks are also wearing their alternates, the orange uniforms, here this evening. Let's go through the starting lineups for the two teams here tonight. We'll start with the Ducks offensively. Su-Wei Lin back in the lineup. He will lead things off and play shortstop for the Flock. Trevor Achenbach is also back in the lineup. He is at second base and hitting second. L.J. Mazzilli will start in left field. He bats third. The cleanup hitter is the third baseman, and that is Davidson Romero. Batting fifth at first base, Jose Sermo. Carlos Castro will be the designated hitter and hit sixth. The seventh hitter is the center fielder. That is Dustin Woodcock. Joe DiCarlo will do the catching and bat eighth. And rounding out the order in right field for Long Island is Matt Chamberlain. On the flip side of things for the FerryHawks offensively, Antoine Duplantis will lead things off. He is the left fielder, batting second and playing second base, Dilson Herrera. The three hitter is the shortstop, Angel Aguilar. Ricardo Cespedes starts in center field, and he will bat fourth. Mariel Bautista, the right fielder, hits fifth. The sixth hitter and designated hitter is Ramon Osuna. Christopher Cespedes at first base bats seventh. The eighth hitter and catcher is Andres Noriega. And rounding out the order for the FerryHawks at third base is Javier Betancourt. Again, the Ducks will be sending right-hander Chris Pike to the mound. The knuckleballer will be making his fourth appearance, second start with the Long Island Ducks. My name is Michael Pollock. Thank you so much for joining us on your Friday night. We hope your weekend is off to a great start. Ducks and the FerryHawks will be playing tonight, tomorrow night at 6 o'clock, an hour earlier than tonight's game, and then Sunday afternoon at 4 o'clock. These two teams will wrap up their 2022 seasons, and at that point, both teams will be heading on home for the winter. So they will watch the postseason from afar, first time since 2014. The Ducks will not be playing postseason baseball, and an incredible run for the Flock that has come to an end. 6 consecutive seasons that they had reached the postseason, which tied a record they previously set in the Atlantic League from 2004 to 2009, and one that was equaled by the Somerset Patriots from 2013 to 18. But it also ends a run of 5 consecutive division championships. Long Island had reached the Atlantic League Championship Series every season from 2016 to 2021, and so that run comes to a close as well, and that'll be the new benchmark for other Atlantic League teams to set. And given now that there is even more parity in the league with 10 teams in the league compared to 8 as has previously been the case, makes it that much tougher to try and repeat as a division champion 5 consecutive seasons. Meanwhile, Staten Island's inaugural season as an expansion team, the expected bumps in the road that they had throughout the course of the year, but I will say they have certainly been a tough out for teams around the Atlantic League, and especially the Ducks here in the second half. They're still 5 under 500 in the second half at 29-34, but they have given the Ducks fits of late, winning 6 of their last 7 games against Long Island and 8 of the last 10. First pitch of the ball game is taken outside for ball 1. We're underway at 7:08 p.m. here from Staten Island University Hospital Community Park. Su-Wei Lin, the batter, Dylan Castaneda, the pitcher. 1-0. That's swung on and fouled off. Third base side off the end of the bat, out of play into the seats. And that'll even up the count at 1-1. Fans continuing to file in on this Friday night. Not a packed house, but decent crowd on hand here for this series opener. 1-1. Lynn a swing and a miss. Out in front of the offering, down and away. And the count moves to 1-2 on Lynn, who is batting .333 with the Flock, 19 of 57, 3 home runs, 9 RBIs. Here's the 1-2. And Lynn takes a fastball that just missed the outside corner. Noriega tried to hold it there and frame it for strike 3. Instead it missed, and the count 2-2. Lights are on as the sun has basically set. Sky is in that dust color between daylight and darkness. The 2-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Lynn out in front of the offering from Castaneda. The right-hander gets his first strikeout of the night. And there's one away here in the top half of inning number 1. So with one away, up steps second baseman Trevor Achenbach to the plate. He'll bat from the right side, back in the lineup after having the day off yesterday. Castaneda winds and fires, and the first pitch is driven in the air down the right field line. That'll slice foul and reach the seats down the line. So the count 0-1. Light breeze blowing from left to right, coming in from left towards the right field line. And a beautiful night for baseball. Clear skies overhead. Some very thin clouds off in the distance above the New York City skyline. The 0-1. Achenbach takes a fastball inside. That'll even up the count at 1-1 strike. But expected to be clear throughout the night, throughout the weekend. Temperatures today and tomorrow will be in the 70s, Sunday in the 80s. 1-1. Fastball taken for a strike over the outside corner this time. And Castaneda quickly jumps in front at 1-2. Achenbach's 8 for his first 28 with the flock. No homers and 4 runs batted in. Traded from the Gateway Grizzlies to Long Island in early September. 1-2. That's down in the turf. Scooped out on the backhand by Noriega. 2-2. Again, as a reminder, this is an all-turf field that was installed here in this ballpark prior to the start of the season. When the Staten Island Yankees played here, they used to play on dirt and grass, but now it's all turf. Achenbach fouls one back. So that includes home plate, the mound, the warning tracks, and of course the base paths. Everything is turf. And I'm told by the players that it is a much more spongy, softer turf than you typically see. 2-2. Achenbach with a good eye takes the breaking ball low and outside. And that'll run the count full on the Ducks second baseman at 3-2. One out, bases empty here in the top of the first. Castaneda looks in for the sign from Noriega, and the payoff pitch is swung on and driven high in the air deep down the left field line. Duplantis goes back into the corner. He won't get there. It's one hopping off the wall. Achenbach on his way to second, and he's in there safely with a leadoff double. It's 320 feet to the foul pole down the left field line, and Achenbach hit that one well off the bat. This is not a ballpark that traditionally gives up many home runs. But Achenbach hit that one well down the left field line. Even the speedy Duplantis could not catch up to it. So a leadoff, one out, 2 base hit, his first double with the Ducks. First extra base hit in a Long Island Ducks uniform. So runner at second, 1 out. Here's the 3-hitter, L.J. Mazzilli up to the plate. First pitch on the way. Mazzilli takes a fastball over the inside corner for a strike, 0-1. Staten Island as a team has hit just 27 home runs in this ballpark. They've given up 39 as a team here, so a total of 66 home runs hit in this ballpark this season coming into today. Comparatively, teams have combined to hit 126 home runs at Fairfield Properties Ballpark, which isn't exactly a hitter-friendly ballpark in and of itself. Here's the 0-1. And Mazzilli chops one foul back behind the plate. Quickly the count goes to 0-2. Mazzilli has been on a tear lately over the last 3 weeks at the plate. His batting average up to 263 for the season. 11 home runs, 46 runs batted in. Castaneda gets the sign. He's ahead 0-2. Achenbach leads off second. Pitch on the way is down and away. Good job by Noriega to keep that one at home plate. Keep Achenbach at second. 1-2. Achenbach has stolen 1 base in 1 attempt since he joined the Ducks from Gateway. That's a healthy lead at second as Achenbach. Here's the 1-2. And Mazzilli takes again down and away, and another nice job by Noriega going to his right to keep that ball at the plate. 2-2. Staten Island has fared better at home than they have on the road this year, but not by much. 24-39 here at home, 23-43 on the road this season. So a fairly even split in that regard. And now Castaneda steps off as we'll go through the signs once again. But they have certainly been a very competitive team in the second half. Their struggles certainly have been well documented this year, but they have certainly been much more competitive, especially against the Ducks in the second half of the season. 2-2. Mazzilli checks a swing, takes down and away. This time Noriega can't stop it. It goes back behind the plate. So down to third base goes Mazzilli. Goes Achenbach. We'll see if it's a wild pitch or a pass ball, but either way, the count now full at 3-2. And the Ducks with a runner at third and only one out. So 3 straight pitches after getting ahead 0-2 on pitches that were on the inner half of the plate. Try to go outside 3 different times, missed with all 3. They do rule a wild pitch on Castaneda, which is his second with the FerryHawks this year. Here's the payoff pitch to Mazzilli, and it is a check swing taken low. They appeal to first, and no swing, says tonight's first base umpire. So that ball 4, L.J. Mazzilli works out a walk, and we're celebrating a First National Bank LI walk to first. Go first, go far. I would tell you who the first base umpire is, but I have not been given the umpires yet by the FerryHawks staff here tonight. It looks like Mike Williams, who was on Long Island during the week. So that's my guess, but I'm not 100% positive on that, so don't quote me. But a 3-man umpiring crew again here tonight in the Atlantic League, as is the custom. So now runners at first and third with 1 out, and up steps the cleanup hitter and third baseman Davidson Romero for Long Island. First pitch from Castaneda, and Romero takes a fastball high and tight for ball number 1. Davidson hitting .284 on the year, 17 home runs, which leads the Ducks, 78 RBIs, also leading the flock. And has drawn 85 walks this year. Top 5 in the Atlantic League in that category. 1-0, and he drives one in the air to left. Duplantis in and to his left, lines it up, he'll make the catch. Achenbach tags from third. The throw comes in, and it's not in time. It was a little high to the plate. So it's a sacrifice fly and an RBI off the bat of Davidson Romero. Ducks strike first, and they take a 1-0 lead. So after giving up the first run of the game in the last 2 and ultimately losing both to Southern Maryland, Long Island strikes first here tonight for Romero, his team-leading 79th run batted in of the season on his 9th sac fly of the year. So a productive out for Romero, now 2 down with a runner at first. And up will step the first baseman, Jose Sermo, to the plate. So here is the switch hitter, Sermo. Castaneda comes set. And his first pitch. Fastball is on the inside corner for a strike, 0-1. Jose Sermo hitting .266 since he joined the Ducks. 4 home runs, 13 runs batted in. Mazzilli takes his lead. Throw over to first, and LJ dives back safely ahead of the tag from Christopher Cespedes. Mazzilli has 20 stolen bases on the season for the Ducks. He has been caught 5 times this year. 20 steals, the most among players on this Ducks roster this season. 0-1, way up and outside. And that'll even things up at a ball and a strike. Castaneda up over 20 pitches here in the first. He has thrown 22 to this point, 11 of which have been strikes. Ducks showing some good patience here in the early going tonight. 1-1 to Sermo, and he takes a curveball and hits the inside corner for a strike. Thought about offering at it, did Sermo, but he held off. And ultimately now the count 1-2. If Sermo can reach, Carlos Castro would be next for Long Island. Shortstop shaded way up the middle here. That's Angel Aguilar. 1-2. And Sermo a half swing and a pitch diving down and in. They say he did not go around. Now they ask for the appeal, and no swing, says the third base umpire, who is stationed out near second base. So the FerryHawks all thought that Sermo had gone around on that curveball down and away, but the home plate umpire did not make the call. Eventually asked for the appeal. The third base umpire said no swing. So it's 2-2 on Sermo with a runner at first and 2 down. Castaneda's pitch, and Sermo drives one high and deep but foul down the right field line, and that'll leave the ballpark. I'm told there's a nice contingent of Ducks fans here tonight. I believe they're over on the first base side. Don't have official confirmation of that, but that was the rumor earlier today that a bunch of Ducks fans were making their way out. So if that's the case, great to have them here cheering on the flock. Two ball, two strike delivery. And Sermo is swinging a miss, strike three, late on the fastball from Castaneda. So Dylan Castaneda strikes out his second batter of the inning. That'll retire the side in the first. However, the Ducks do strike first in the game. They pick up one run on a hit and a walk. No errors, and they leave a man on base after a half inning of play. It's the Ducks 1 and the FerryHawks coming up to bat.
Hey fans, this is infielder Elgin Mazzilli, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network.
Planning your next party or looking for a caterer that will handle all of your needs? Hidden Gem Cafe has got you covered. From setup to service to cleanup and amazing food that is sure to be talked about, they can do it all without breaking the bank. Hidden Gem knows that each event is unique and strives to design a specialized menu for each event. Call the Hidden Gem Cafe for your next party at 631-390-5912 and be sure to follow them on social media too at the Hidden Gem Cafe for ideas and information.
Can't get enough of the Long Island Ducks? Well, now you can get even more inside info on your favorite hometown team through Facebook and Twitter. The Ducks are constantly updating fans through social media with scores, transactions, ballpark promotions, and much more. You can even win great prizes. All you'll need to do is make a free account on Facebook and Twitter, and then visit us at facebook.com/LIDucks and twitter.com/LIDucks. Think you're Long Island's biggest Ducks fan? Get connected now.
Well, Ducks fans, every time that a Ducks batter has walked this season, it is a First National Bank LI walk to first. First National Bank LI celebrating 95 years as Long Island's truly local bank. Explore anniversary promotions and experience customer first service for yourself. Visit fnbli.com. So the Ducks get the scoring started as Trevor Achenbach doubles to left. LJ Mazzilli walks with Achenbach moving to third on a wild pitch, and Davidson Romero scores the run on a sac fly to left to bring home Achenbach. So the Ducks have a 1-0 advantage, and now they'll give the baseball to right-hander Chris Pike, the Long Island native from Southampton, who will make his second start of the season, both of which have come against these FerryHawks. This is certainly a nice throwback for Chris Pike, who began his professional career pitching in the New York Penn League with the Hudson Valley Renegades, who were the low-A affiliate of the Tampa Bay Rays. First pitch to Duplantis is low for ball one, but he started his career in this ballpark. His first ever professional appearance was here on June 21st, 2014, when he tossed a scoreless inning in relief, allowed a hit and a walk in a 10-6 loss. Pitch here is taken down and in, and now Pike behind at 2-0. Again, he is a knuckleballer. That is something that he has been working on over the last year or so. Had not pitched professionally and competitively since 2018 when he pitched with Long Island. But he has started to add that to his repertoire, and now including it and featuring it here. But deals this pitch for a strike, and that'll run the count to 2-1 on Duplantis. He's had a nice season for Staten Island, a .303 hitter, 8 homers, 36 runs batted in. The 2-1, that's fouled off. Back to the first base side of home plate. That'll even up the count at 2-2. So Pike against Castaneda, the pitching matchup. Both righties in this opening game of the 3-game set. 2-2 on the way. And Duplantis foul tips this one at home plate. Goes off the glove of DiCarlo and out in front of the plate. So Duplantis just gets a piece to stay alive, and Pike will have to do it again at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Pike has said that he has been working on lessons with young baseball players, and in the process of doing that has also been working on the knuckleball that he now features. His plan was to debut it and see if teams were interested in signing him while looking at his knuckleball. Now getting a chance to do it in professional games. 2-2 is fouled off to the first base side. Originally was planning on doing that next year, but this opportunity with the Ducks came calling, and now able to step on the mound here in the Atlantic League and see how well the knuckleball plays. To this point, he's done a fairly good job. Command has been a little bit of an issue. 6 walks in 8 innings coming in. 2-2. And Duplantis drives one into center. Dustin Woodcock a few steps over to his left will make the catch above the interlocking SI logo in center. So Duplantis flies out, one away here in the first, and that'll bring up the second baseman, Dilson Herrera. So here is the former Met, Dilson Herrera, to the plate, batting from the right side. Pike comes set on the rubber. And his first pitch to Herrera is swung and chopped over the mound towards the middle of the infield. Achenbach races in. Fields and throws off balance the first in time. Herrera retired on 1 pitch, and there's 2 away. Coming into the day, Herrera hitting .259, 4 home runs, 44 runs batted in. So now 2 down with the bases empty, and that'll leave it up to the shortstop, Angel Aguilar. Just a beautiful night for baseball. We talked about it a lot on the broadcast last night, David Weiss and I, but really has turned into weather that for the first time in a while feels like fall. First pitch here is taken for a strike. 0-1, the count on Aguilar. But it's not cold, but it has that cool feeling in the air. For me, it is so comfortable. I love this weather. It's my favorite time of year now and in the spring when you get to weather like this. Hit on the ground to the right side, another chance for Achenbach. He'll throw on a first to retire Aguilar, and a good start for Chris Pike as he sets down the FerryHawks in order 1-2-3 in the bottom of the first inning. Because he retired the side in order, that means it's a PSEG Long Island energy efficient inning. With energy efficiency programs from PSEG Long Island, saving on your electric bill is also as easy as 1-2-3. Visit PSEGLINY.com/efficiency. It's just one more way PSEG Long Island is making things work for you.
Hey fans, this is pitcher Joe Iorio, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network.
PSEG Long Island wants you to know how to save energy and money in your home. Did you know energy-efficient appliances can use up to 25% less energy? Here's how to save. PSEG Long Island offers money-saving rebates when you purchase Energy Star appliances. Discover how a little energy efficiency know-how can mean savings in your home. Find more energy efficiency tips, tools, and money-saving rebates at pseglyny.com/save money.
Has drinking or substance abuse taken over your life? You are not alone, and recovery is possible. At FCA, our caring team members will work with you to identify a recovery plan that meets your needs. We have virtual and in-person services ranging from treatment to recovery, from prevention to crisis support. Go to our website, fcali.org or thriveli.org for more information and to start your recovery journey today.
Second inning coming up here in Staten Island. The Ducks have an early 1-0 lead over the FerryHawks. Fans, this 2022 season of Ducks baseball has been presented by Catholic Health. Visit them online, chsli.org. Catholic Health, long live Long Island. So the Ducks strike first on the Davidson Romero sac fly, and Chris Pike turns in the shutdown inning with a 1-2-3 bottom half of the first. It'll be 6, 7, and 8 in the order for the Ducks in the second inning. Carlos Castro will lead things off. And he will then be followed by Dustin Woodcock and Joe DiCarlo. First pitch coming up here from Castaneda to Castro. And the big righty designated hitter takes low for ball number 1. Castro hitting .324 on the season, 13 home runs, 68 runs batted in. Second baseman Dilson Herrera shaded towards the middle. 1-0, and that fastball's upstairs again, 2 balls and no strikes. Castaneda had a little trouble with command his last time out. He walked 5 over 6 innings against the Ducks on Long Island last Saturday. He allowed 5 hits, 6 runs, 5 earned, 3 home runs in the game. Struck out 7, though. This one is smacked on the ground right up the third base line. Gobbled up by Javier Betancourt. And his throw on to first is in time for the out. 1 away. But the FerryHawks bats swung the bat very well in that one, despite the fact that the Ducks hit around Castaneda a bit. Staten Island scored 16 runs on 15 hits in the game, roughing up James Varela and then Patrick Quinn, and turned in a 16-6 win. So 1 away as Castro grounds out. Now up to the plate steps Dustin Woodcock from the left side. First pitch to him is a fastball taken on the outside corner for a strike, 0-1. Woodcock, .246 batting average, 15 home runs, 49 runs batted in for the first-year Duck. Getting the start in center field tonight, Alejandro De Aza gets the night off. 0-1. High pop-up in the air to left center. Drifting in is Antoine Duplantis, and he will make the grab for the second out. De Aza appeared to injure himself in the 8th inning of yesterday's game, chasing down a fly ball to center field off the bat of Michael Baca. And had to come out of the game at that point. The Ducks electing to play it safe with him, but of course pays a lot of attention to. Entering the day today, De Aza currently has an 8-point lead in the batting race, the Atlantic League batting race against Andretti Cordero of Lancaster. First pitch here is a strike on the outside corner, 0-1. So Cordero technically has 4 games to go, assuming the Barnstormers and Blue Crabs play all 4 games this weekend. The 0-1 is a fastball strike, 0-2 on DeCarlo. They have 1 game that's a makeup, but who knows if they'll actually end up playing it, given the fact that there's no need to make up the game with the playoffs already decided. Cordero is playing tonight. He struck out his first time up. Swing and a miss here by DeCarlo for strike 3. So on 3 pitches, Joe DeCarlo goes down on strikes. The 3rd K of the ball game for Dylan Castaneda. So the Ducks go down 1-2-3. We head to the bottom half of the 2nd inning. It is the Ducks 1 and the FerryHawks 0.
Hey fans, this is Tyler Webb, left-handed pitcher, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network.
Hey, Ducks fans, the official hotel of the Long Island Ducks is the Radisson Hotel, Hauppauge, Long Island. It's centrally located on the North Shore of Long Island and offers a home away from home for both business and leisure guests. The Radisson Hotel, Hauppauge, Long Island features an indoor pool, 24-hour business center, a fitness center, and complimentary Wi-Fi in all guest rooms. Enjoy the contemporary American cuisine at the Fountain Grill restaurant or grab a quick bite to eat at Cafe Prato. And best of all, it's only minutes away from Fairfield Properties Ballpark. The Radisson Hotel, Hauppauge, Long Island, the official hotel of the Long Island Ducks. Call 231-1100 today. That's 631-231-1100.
Your source for everything Ducks is liducks.com. The official website of the Long Island Ducks is the best place to stay up to date with Long Island's hometown team. Purchase tickets to the game, see the full promotional schedule, visit the online store, read the latest news stories, and watch every game live right on the homepage. The site offers an optimal browsing experience on either your computer or mobile device. liducks.com, the official website of the Long Island Ducks, your one-stop shop for all things Ducks baseball.
Ducks 1, FerryHawks 0 as we go to the bottom half of the 2nd inning. This is game 1 of a 3-game set. These 2 teams will be back in action again tomorrow night for the middle game of the series. It'll be a 6 o'clock start tomorrow, 1 hour earlier than tonight's ball game. And it will be right-hander James Varela on the mound for the Ducks against righty Christian Capuano for the FerryHawks. We'll have our pregame show at 5:45. You can tune into all the action, as always, here on the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network, liducks.com, Facebook Live, and youtube.com/DucksBaseball. So a better second inning for Castaneda, who would allow a hit, a walk, and a run in the first, but retires the side in order in the second on a ground out, a fly out, and a strikeout. So to the bottom of the second inning we go. Ricardo Cespedes will get things started for the FerryHawks. Cespedes, Bautista, and Osuna to the plate. First pitch from Pike, and Cespedes grounds one up the middle. That'll get through into center field for a base hit. So Cespedes wastes no time and doing what he's done, especially against the Ducks all year long, a single to center. Came in hitting .295 on the year. So Cespedes, the first base runner of the night, first hit of the night for Staten Island as well. And up will step Mariel Bautista. Bautista, the 5-hitter and right fielder for Staten Island here tonight. Trevor Achenbach was shifted more to his left towards the right side of the infield with the lefty at the plate, and that's why Cespedes was able to ground that one through. Throw over to first is close, but Cespedes gets back there safely ahead of the tag from Sermo. And now with the righty Bautista up, Achenbach shifts more towards the middle of the infield near second. Pike comes set on the mound, another throw over, and again back safely is Cespedes. We talked about Ricardo Cespedes' base hit and how he's continued to do what he's done all year against the Ducks. .320 batting average coming into the game today against the Ducks with a homer and 11 RBIs. This FerryHawks team has done a lot of damage offensively against the Ducks this year. Bautista, a swing and a miss as he chased way down and out of the zone for strike one. Long Island as a team, though, hitting just .252 against Staten Island. And the FerryHawks have had the rough season, but boy, have they played their rivals tough this year. After the Ducks had a commanding early lead in the Battle of the Belt, it has been the opposite since, especially of late. Bautista takes a fastball this time on the outside corner for a strike, 0-2. Mentioned this before, but Staten Island has won 4 straight against Long Island, 6 of the last 7, and 8 of the last 10 against the Ducks, going back to August the 4th after the Ducks won the first 2 games of a 3-game set here. 0-2, runner from first goes. This one is grounded up the first base line, foul. And Bautista tried to poke that one the other way with the runner moving, but a little too far behind it, fouls it off. We'll do it again at 0-2. Bautista, another guy who has really done a ton of damage against the Ducks. He's got 8 homers and 39 RBIs total this year. 5 of the 8 home runs have come against the Ducks, as have 14 of the RBIs. He's sitting .304 against Long Island. See if Cespedes takes off again. The 0-2 from Pike, he does not, and Bautista takes downstairs, able to check his swing. And the count 1-2. Sermo continues to hold on the runner. Pike looks in for the sign from DiCarlo. Now the 1-2 pitch, throw over to first, and again Cespedes is back safely. You know, we've been talking about the weather and how the cool temperatures make it feel like fall, but the other thing that really makes you know it's fall, it is 7:40, and the sun is completely set, has been set for a while. The city lights shining up Manhattan in the distance, and when you get to the summer, it's usually about another hour before it starts to get this dark. Bautista pops one up down the right field line. That's going to slice foul and out of play into the seats way down the right field line. And that's a sure sign that fall and winter are coming. Next week will officially become fall. And before you know it, winter will be here. And that's when all of a sudden by about 4:30 you'll have the skies like this. Pike's 1-2. Runner goes. Pitch is swung on and fouled off again down the right field line. Bautista behind on the pitch, knocks it down the line and up onto the concourse. So a bunch of fans will go chasing after it. FerryHawks have been struggling attendance-wise this year in their first season in the Atlantic League. They have welcomed a total of 68,966 fans coming into play today, a total average of 1,210 per game. Driving the air to left, hit well by Bautista. That'll send back Mazzilli and Woodcock. Neither are going to get it. It's one hopping off the wall. On his way to third is Cespedes. He is going to try and score and will do so without a throw. It's an RBI double off the bat of Mario Bautista, and the FerryHawks have tied the game at 1. So Bautista once again doing it against the Ducks pitching staff as he picks up his 40th run batted in of the year, his 18th double of the season. Hitting one out to the left center field gap in front of the big scoreboard. And so after Chris Pike tosses a 1-2-3 first inning, back-to-back hits to begin the second, and it's a 1-1 ball game. Up steps Ramon Osuna from the left side, Pike's first pitch to him, and he takes a slider downstairs for ball 1. So Pike got ahead of Bautista quickly, 0-2. He chased several pitches out of the zone, but then fouled off a few to battle and stay alive, and then ultimately hits the deep double to left center. Pike's 1-0. Osuna, a ground ball up the middle. That's in a center field, a base hit. Bautista around third. He's coming home. The throw to the plate from Dustin Woodcock is not in time. Ramon Osuna with the RBI single, and the FerryHawks have jumped in front 2-1. So Staten Island continuing to swing the bat well against the flock. For Osuna, his 16th run batted in of the season. And 3 consecutive hits for Staten Island to begin this bottom of the second off of Chris Pike. Pike moving into the starting rotation for the Ducks, which also features James Varela, Chris Cepeda, Joe Iorio, and Scott Harkin. First pitch on the way. He's taken upstairs for a ball, 1-0. And he's the 5th starter. Akil Morris was placed on the reserve left team list by the Ducks recently. He's actually joined up with Team Great Britain for the World Baseball Classic qualifiers. 1-0. And that breaking ball misses downstairs. 2 balls and no strikes. Bunch of former Blue Crabs on that team as well. Anthony Seymour, who also was with the Ducks earlier this year, has joined up with that Great Britain team. 2-0. And Pike misses downstairs. So now he is behind on Christopher Cespedes at 3 balls and no strikes. And another out of the zone would give the FerryHawks their 4th consecutive base runner. We'll see if Cespedes gets the green light here. The 3-0 pitch from Pike on the way. And that is taken all the way, and it's low and outside for ball 4. So there's the first walk of the night issued by Pike as Christopher Cespedes makes his way down to first. He had come into the game hitting just .224. And the FerryHawks already have 2 runs in. They have yet to have a batter recorded out. Runners are at first and second with nobody out for Andres Noriega. No visit to the mound yet from Mark Wiedemeyer, the Ducks pitching coach. Pike looks to second, deals to the plate. Noriega squares, pulls back and takes a fastball strike. 0-1. Interesting that Noriega would try and sacrifice leading by a run early in the game. Noriega's hitting .238, 3 home runs, 21 runs driven in. Osuna leads from second, Cespedes from first. Neither have great speed. Pike kicks and turns to chase Osuna back to the bag at second. Sermo playing in tight, as is Romero on the corners of the infield. Noriega squares again, takes low and outside. It skips past DiCarlo and goes back behind the plate. That'll allow the runners to move up. So presumably a knuckleball that got away there, and a wild pitch by Chris Pike. So that eliminates the double play, and have to think now obviously no bunt will be needed for Noriega with runners at second and third and nobody out. One thing we saw in the game, the series against Southern Maryland, big innings certainly did damage to the Ducks in a big way in the game on Wednesday for sure, that 6-run first inning. Ducks were never able to recover. 1-1 is popped foul, first base side of the plate. DiCarlo gives this one a look, but it'll be about 5 rows back into the stands. And now 1-2 the count on the FerryHawk catcher. Noriega, like many others, has hit the ball well against the Ducks this year. A .293 batting average, 17 of 58 against the Flock. Infield has come in all the way around for the Ducks, with second and third and nobody out. Pike's 1-2. Noriega swings and fouls this one straight back. Oh, just below us. So close. Almost had a souvenir here in the booth. It was probably about 10 to 15 feet below the booth, but it was over the screen coming right towards us and just missed. So Osuna will take his lead from third again, and from second, Cespedes. Another 1-2 coming here from Pike, laboring in the second, and the pitch misses low and outside. A sweeping breaking ball that'll even up the count at 2-2. And Pike now at 29 pitches, 19 of them for strikes. 2 runs already in the inning for the FerryHawks on Bautista's RBI double and Osuna's RBI single. 2-2. Low and outside, Pike missed. And the count now full of 3 balls and 2 strikes. Again, having the knuckleball works as long as you have command of it. If you don't, it'll be very difficult to find success. The payoff pitch from the righty, and that comes up and inside, and it hit Noriega on the hand. So he is in some pain over on the first base side of home plate. Looked like it caught him on the left hand, I believe. Came up and near the bat. So a hit by pitch of Noriega, who has hit for the 9th time this year. And that will load up the bases for Staten Island with nobody out. 5 straight have reached for the FerryHawks against the Ducks right-hander. Joe DiCarlo goes out to have a quick little chat. Staten Island's trainer checking on Noriega to see if he's okay to stay in the game. He's flexing out that left hand as he makes his way to first, but it looks like he will indeed stay in. Staten Island has Brian Gonzalez on the bench as their backup catcher. Well, Pike's certainly in trouble here in the inning. 2 runs are already in. He has yet to record an out. The bases are now loaded, and the 9-hitter and third baseman Javier Betancourt coming to the plate. First pitch from Pike. Betancourt takes, misses low and outside. And the count goes to 1-0. Betancourt comes in hitting .229 on the season, 4 home runs, 30 runs batted in. The 1-0 pitch, driven high in the air, deep to left field. Racing back into the corner goes L.J. Mazzilli. It's over his head and off the wall. Osuna will score. Cespedes will score. A long 2-run single off the bat of Javier Betancourt. And the FerryHawks breaking it open against Chris Pike. They now lead it 4-1. So Betancourt with the booming double off the left field fence. His 13th double of the season, or excuse me, a long single, my apologies. Picks up 2 RBIs, his 31st and 32nd of the season. Noriega went to second on the play, and now we will get the visit from Ducks pitching coach Mark Wiedemeyer after the first 6 have reached against Chris Pike here in the second inning. A single, an RBI double, an RBI single, a wild pitch, a walk, a hit by pitch, and now a 2-run single have done the damage for the FerryHawks. Still nobody out in the inning, and a very reminiscent feeling to Scott Harkin's first inning in Wednesday's game against the Blue Crabs. Now in that situation, he had recorded 2 outs prior to the Blue Crabs getting 9 consecutive 2-out hits. And again, all of those were hits. These have not all been hits, but a similar feel, and just batter after batter getting on base. And it does not appear like Chris Pike's knuckleball is having quite as much movement as it had when he tossed 6 innings of 3-run ball on Long Island last Friday. So now up to the plate, Antoine Duplantis for his second at bat. He bunts, third base side. Romero charges, bare hands, throws to first in time for the out. Nice play by Romero to get the out, but a sac bunt is successful for Duplantis. Surprising, given how the FerryHawks have been swinging the bat in the inning. The putout goes 5-3 for Duplantis, his 5th sac bunt of the year. Noriega goes to third, and down to second on the play goes Betancourt. So the Ducks finally get the first out of the inning. Now the infield will come in again with runners at second and third base. Now 1 man out. Here's Dilson Herrera from the right side. First pitch. That breaking ball misses low and outside for ball 1. Pike now up to 35 pitches for the game, just 21 of which have been strikes. Looks like nobody's throwing in the Ducks bullpen, but De Leon has started to get up and do some stretches. This ball chopped foul at the plate. Herrera grounded to second his first time up. That came back in the opening inning when Pike retired the side in order. Got off to a good start in the game, but the FerryHawks have been much better here in the second against them. The only reliever you would have to think for sure is unavailable for the Ducks tonight is Patrick Quinn, who has tossed 2 games in a row. 1-1 is skied in the air, foul down the right field line and out of play. Now Herrera behind at 1-2. But all other relievers in the bullpen, of which there are 5, should be available in Sywin, De Leon, Trabaci, Jose, and Webb. Here comes the 1-2. Pike's pitch. Herrera takes down and away. That gets past DeCarlo behind the plate, racing home, and sliding in safely is Noriega. No, they say he's out. Oh my goodness. I thought for sure Noriega had gotten in ahead of the tag of Chris Pike, but tonight's home plate umpire says otherwise, and Noriega now in an argument with him. Edgardo Alfonso, the manager of the FerryHawks, will come in and have a discussion as well. And boy, is that a big second out for the Long Island Ducks. A wild pitch from Chris Pike that looked for sure was going to plate Noriega. It looked like he had gotten in and touched the plate ahead of the tag from Pike. But the home plate umpire says otherwise. Dilson Herrera was furious, waiting near home plate after that. So 2-1 on the putout of Noriega. For the second out, Javier Betancourt moved to third on the play. Pitch here from Pike misses down and away, and it's 3-2. And now Pike and the Ducks 1 out away from getting out of further trouble in the inning. Here's the payoff pitch. Pike fires. That's ripped on the ground at third. Davidson Romero gobbles it up. And his throw on to first is in time for the out. That'll retire the side. But the FerryHawks send 8 men up to the plate in the second inning against Chris Pike. They score 4 runs on a total of 4 hits. There was a walk, a hit batter, a couple wild pitches, no errors, 1 man left. And after 2 innings of play here in Staten Island, it's the FerryHawks leading the Ducks by the count of 4-1.
Hey fans, this is outfielder Alejandro de Asa, and you are listening to Duck Baseball on the Long Island Duck Broadcast Network.
This is it. Check it out. See what everyone's talking about. Let Nicolak Pavers pave your way.
Bring your outdoor living dreams to life. Visit Nicolak's Outdoor Design Center at 200 Henry Street in Lindenhurst and see thousands of square feet of pavers, retaining walls, fire pits, and outdoor living accents on display. Only Nicolak paving stones are made with Paver Shield technology for more vibrant color options than anyone else. Visit Nicolak.com to request a free sample or their Outdoor Design Center at 200 Henry Street in Lindenhurst. Nicolak. Ask for it by name. You'll see the difference. Visit Nicolak.com. That's Nicolak.com.
Let Nicolak Pavers pave your way. Pave your way.
We have played 2 here in Staten Island. The FerryHawks leading the Ducks by the count of 4-1 as Chris Pike struggles in the second inning after a 1-2-3 first inning. Fans, we want to thank you for following all season long as the Long Island Ducks teamed up with Island Federal Credit Union to hit home runs for hunger. Every time a Ducks player hit a home run this season, Island Federal donated $100 to Long Island Cares in an effort to help improve food security for families on Long Island. The Ducks have launched over 100 homers this season, and therefore Island Federal will be making a donation of $10,000 to Long Island Cares. Island Federal Credit Union, catch the wave to better banking. So we thank Island Federal Credit Union for all their support of Ducks baseball and Long Island Cares as well. Ducks up to 112 home runs as a team this year. They've had a bit of a homer surge of late. Most recent of which came off the bat of Jose Sermo in Thursday's game yesterday, the 9th inning, a long home run shot over the right field fence. So, with the bases empty and nobody out, as Matt Chamberlain leads off the 3rd inning. That'll be 9, 1, and 2 in the order for the Ducks. Chamberlain, Lynn, and Achenbaugh due up to the plate. Chamberlain runs up to bunt, pulls back, and takes a fastball strike over the outside corner. 0-1 the count. Chamberlain hitting .241 with the Ducks, 14 of 58 at the plate. No homers and 9 RBIs. The 0-1. Ripped on the ground, foul down the right field line, and it sounded like Chamberlain broke the bat. So he will have to go get a new piece of lumber from the first base dugout. And the count quickly, 0-2 on Chamberlain. Castaneda kicks and fires to the plate. Chamberlain checks his swing on a breaking ball down and in for ball number 1. And this is Castaneda's 3rd consecutive start against the Ducks. Signed with the FerryHawks when Long Island was here Labor Day weekend. 1-2, cut on and miss for strike 3. He was out in front of it, so he goes down swinging. 4th strikeout of the night for Castaneda, and there's 1 away. Right-hander started the series finale against the Ducks that day and picked up the win September the 4th. Tossed 5 innings of 2-run ball, allowing 4 hits, 3 walks, struck out 4. And we told you he was roughed up his last time out against Long Island, but still got the win thanks to the big showing from the FerryHawks offense. Su-Wei Lin at the plate takes the first pitch for a strike, and the count 0-1. Prior to joining the FerryHawks, he was in the Diamondbacks organization earlier this year. Slider misses inside here, 1-1. He pitched in 9 games, 6 of them starts in rookie ball with the Diamondbacks black and red teams combined. He was 0-4 with a 3.65 ERA. 1-1. Another slider, another ball inside. 2-1 on Lynn, who struck out swinging his first time up. Castaneda also pitched in 3 games for Single-A Visalia and was 0-1 with a 19.06 ERA there before he was released by Arizona. Lynn fouls the 2-1 off to the third base side out of play. That'll leaving up the count at 2-2. But pitched from early June through mid-August in the Diamondback system, and then eventually joining Staten Island here in September. And trying to make it 3 wins and 3 starts for the FerryHawks before his season comes to a close. 2-2. Fouled off again to the third base side, much deeper this time off the bat of Lynn. He stands on the mound at 6'2", 190 pounds, a native of Vernon, New Jersey. And boy, is he a youngster, just 21 years old, Dylan Castaneda. 2-2. Lynn, a foul ball again down the third base line, well up and out of play. Big hole on the left side of the infield. The shortstop, Aguilar, shaded up the middle. Lynn drives another one the other way. This one will stay in the field of play. Antoine Duplantis to his right will make the catch. So Sue Lynn retired on the fly ball. That's now 6 in a row retired by Castaneda. Check that, 7 in a row retired since the walk to Mazzilli in the first. So 2 down to the base is empty, and up will step the only Duck player to get a hit thus far off of the righty, and that's Trevor Achenbach, the second baseman and 2-hitter who doubled to left his first time up. First pitch, and he hits a high fly ball to left center. That's hit well. Back goes Ricardo Cespedes to the track, at the wall, and you can forget it. Trevor Achenbach with his first home run as a member of the Long Island Ducks as he drives one out to the deepest part of the ballpark in left center field. Ducks had their second run of the night, and they closed to within 4-2. What a shot by Trevor Achenbach. To the left of the batter's eye in center, which is 390 feet away from the plate. He clears the fence into the trees beyond the outfield fence. Trevor Achenbach 2 for 2 with 2 extra base hits to begin his night against Castaneda. So the Ducks get a 2-out run here. They close the gap to 2. And now L.J. Mazzilli to the plate, takes a slider on the outside corner for a strike, 0-1. So fans, that was the Ducks' 113th home run hit this season, and another home run for Hunger. Strike on the outside corner here. Every time the Ducks launched a homer this year, Island Federal Credit Union donated $100 to Long Island Cares. And by hitting over 100 long balls, Island Federal has donated $10,000 to Long Island Cares this year. 0-2. Mazzilli is swinging a miss for strike 3 as he chases the slider down and away. So on 3 pitches, Mazzilli goes down swinging, and that will retire the side here in the third. But the Ducks add their second run of the night on a 2-out solo home run off the bat of Trevor Achenbach. His first home run with the Ducks has closed the gap to 4-2.
Hey fans, this is infielder Vladimir Frias, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network.
When we see Long Island, we see you. Because at Catholic Health, we know that it's your remarkable lives that breathe life into our island. So at every Catholic Health hospital, practice, and care facility, we're able to provide the highest quality, most innovative care for your body, because our culture cherishes your humanity. Long live Long Island.
Take your group out to the game this season and enjoy all the fun of Ducks baseball at discounted prices with the picnic area, luxury suites, party deck, and so much more. Bringing your group to the game will be an unforgettable experience. The Ducks even offer opportunities to sing the national anthem, serve as the Ridgewood Savings Bank color guard, be the Nickolock Dream Team, or put on a pregame performance. To book your outing today, call 631-940-3825 and ask for the group sales department. Long Island Ducks. Ducks Baseball. Good times every time.
Trevor Achenbach's first home run with the Ducks has given Long Island their second run of the night. They close to within 4-2. And back to the mound goes Chris Pike for the Long Island Ducks, as he will be making his pitching his third inning of this game. Trying to bounce back after a rocky second inning in which the FerryHawks sent 8 men up to the plate against him and scored 4 runs on 4 hits, so walking a hit batter in the mix as well. And could have been more if not for the play by DiCarlo to go back behind the plate, get the baseball, and flip it to Pike on what was a wild pitch to get the out at the plate with Noriega trying to score from third. FerryHawks were not happy with the call, but it certainly helped the Ducks and helped stop the bleeding in the second. So we go to the third. It'll be 3, 4, and 5 in the order for Staten Island. Angel Aguilar will start, then Ricardo Cespedes and Mario Bautista. First pitch from Pike, and Aguilar takes low and outside for ball number 1. Aguilar ground out to second his first time up. He has had a terrific season for Staten Island this year. 1-0. That's fouled off. Upstairs, back behind the plate to even the count at 1-1. 14 homers, 58 RBIs for Staten Island, the team leader in long balls. 295 batting average on the season. Injury bug caught him a little bit earlier this half. 1-1. Takes the fastball from Cepeda that misses outside. That'll move the count to 2 balls and a strike. So a good response by the Ducks to get a run on the board after the big inning from Staten Island. That'll be up to Pike to keep Staten Island off the board. Aguilar lifts a fly ball to right, fairly well struck. Back goes Matt Chamberlain, and in deep right field, he'll make the catch for the first out here in the bottom of the third inning.
Now batting the center fielder, number 2, Ricardo Cespedes.
So Aguilar flies out the other way, 1 man out here in the bottom of the third, and up will step Ricardo Cespedes to the plate, who got the rally started for Staten Island in inning number 2 with a leadoff single. First pitch is fouled back by Cespedes on the offering from Pike, 0-1. Cespedes singled and eventually scored on the RBI double by Mario Bautista 1 batter later. Those two have been inflicting damage on the Ducks all season long, did so again in the second. Here Cespedes takes low and outside, and that'll even up the count at 1-1. Pike, the right-hander, at 6'1", 180 pounds. He will turn 30 on October the 11th of this year. Ground ball foul to the first base dugout occupied by the Ducks. And now 1-2, Pike ahead of Ricardo Cespedes. FerryHawks lead at 4-2 once again. Trevor Achenbach shifted over to his left, so a big hole up the middle of the infield. 1-2. And a swing and a miss, strike 3. This time Pike able to retire Cespedes as he gets him to chase a fastball downstairs. First strikeout of the night for Chris Pike. And he has recorded the first 2 outs here in the third inning. So up will step Mario Bautista to the plate. He is the 5-hitter and right fielder who got Staten Island on the scoreboard in the second with an RBI double over the head of Mazzillian left. First pitch from Pike, and Bautista chops one into the ground foul. It's still on the field of play on the third base side, but said that it was hit foul at home plate, so 0-1 on Bautista. The double was his 18th of the year, the RBI his 40th of the season. Hit some long home runs over the weekend, last weekend at Fairfield Properties Ballpark against this Ducks pitching staff. The 0-1, and that one taken low to even up the count at 1-1. Mentioned that Pike is a Long Island native, went to Southampton High School, played both baseball and soccer there, hold the school record for strikeouts and ERA. It's the Long Island All-Star Game MVP for Suffolk County as well in 2010. 1-1 foul tipped in and out of the glove of DiCarlo, and he gets ahead of Bautista at 1-2. I mentioned this earlier, but started his pro career with the Tampa Bay Rays back in 2014 as he was drafted in the 9th round out of Oklahoma City University. Here comes the 1-2 from Pike. Bautista takes, and that is on the outside corner, strike 3 call. So Chris Pike picks up back-to-back strikeouts of Cespedes and Bautista, and for the second time tonight retires the FerryHawks in order. We will head to the 4th here at Staten Island University Hospital Community Park. Series opener, the FerryHawks 4, the Ducks 2.
Hey fan, this is pitcher Anderson De Leon, and you're listening to Duck Baseball on Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network.
Sayville Ford, the no-fees dealer, has been family-owned and operated for 65 years. Visit their spacious showroom to choose from a giant inventory of new, pre-owned, and commercial vehicles with a free 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain limited warranty included. Some exclusions apply. Plus, they offer top dollar for trades, and their service department is open until 1 a.m. on weekdays. Sayville Ford, Long Island's Ford giant, is conveniently located off exit 50 on Sunrise Highway, or visit SayvilleFord.com for more information.
Morning, Dan. How was your weekend?
Oh, it was awesome. I took my family to a Ducks game and had a blast. The seats were great. We ate a ton of food, and the Ducks won. They even had amazing fireworks.
Oh, yeah, they got a good thing going on there. I took friends to Thirsty Thursday a couple weeks ago and had too much fun.
They should totally use us in one of their radio spots.
You mean like the one we're doing right now?
Sure, that works.
Ducks Baseball. Good times every time. Get tickets at liducks.com.
Fourth inning about to begin here at Staten Island University Hospital Community Park. The FerryHawks leading the Ducks by a count of 4-2 in the series opener. Michael Pollock here, and I'm joined in the broadcast booth now by Mike Moore, who has been my partner in the booth all season long. He's done a terrific job all year bringing you Ducks baseball home and road on this Long Island Ducks broadcast network. Mike, it is great to have you back here in the booth and sharing this booth once again where we were way back in early June.
Well, thank you very much for having me, Michael, on this final weekend as the Battle of the Belt continues. And the Ducks are behind here early, but it's a good start for Trevor Achenbach offensively. And, you know, that double really lifted him and propelled him moving forward. And then the Ducks had a 1-0 lead, fell behind 4-1, and then he launched a home run to left center field. So he's shown some power early on in this ball game.
And as you've seen all year, as have I, in this ballpark, this is not one where the ball really carries very well. Guys often remark during batting practice that they feel like they absolutely crush a baseball and it somehow doesn't get out. So it takes a lot to hit one out here, even though the dimensions don't seem that deep. But for Achenbach to do it and to do it out to left center, just to the left of the batter's eye as we view it, pretty impressive. First pitch here is outside for ball one to Davidson Romero, the Ducks cleanup hitter and third baseman who begins the fourth. A sac fly to left, his first time up in the opening inning. That got the Ducks on the scoreboard. Second baseman here, Dilson Herrera, shaded towards the middle of the infield. Castaneda winds and fires. The 1-0 is grounded foul along the third base line to even the count at 1-1.
Romero has had such a tremendous season, Michael, offensively, leading the team in runs batted in, and he stayed healthy, which is a key at this point in his professional career. And, you know, defensively, he's also been very stellar at third base as well.
Continues, I believe, to have one of the best arms in the Atlantic League at third base. 1-1, a half swing on a slider down and away. They appeal to first and no swing. So the count goes to 2-1. In just 8 days, Romero will be celebrating a birthday. He will turn 36 years old. So you're right, at his age, 36, got to make sure you stay healthy, but he's done a good job for the most part of being healthy all year long. 2-1 fastball, misses up above the belt. So now 3 balls and a strike on Romero. The Ducks will try and get the leadoff man on here and bring the tying run to the plate in the form of Jose Sermo.
And this is what really impressed me the most about Romero this year. He has the power numbers, and most of the time when you see that, those batters chase pitches out of the zone, but he's had such a great eye. 3-1
pitch, that's taken low and outside, ball 4, and there's that good eye we've talked about. 86th walk of the year for Davidson Romero. The second walk of the night issued by Dylan Castaneda. And we're celebrating another First National Bank LI walk to first, go far. So Romero works his way aboard to begin this fourth inning for the Ducks. Good start to the frame for Long Island. Now up to bat will be Jose Sermo for the Ducks. Romero third in the league with those 86 walks behind Nelly Rodriguez of York, who just broke the league record for walks in a season. He has 107. And Chris Shaw of the Genomes with 92. Sermo swings first pitch after the walk and pops one up in the air to left center shallow. Moving in, Ricardo Cespedes to make the catch, and on one pitch, Sermo is retired for the second time tonight, one away here in the fourth.
That's something we've seen a little too much this year on the part of the Ducks offensively. Romero had a nice at-bat drawing the walk, and then, when the leadoff walk is issued, a lot of times that run comes in to score, and Castaneda has to throw strikes in this next at bat to Sermo, and he goes after the first pitch and hits a weak fly ball.
It's one of those things that I guess you can look at from both sides. In one aspect, you see a guy struggling with command. He issues a walk. You'd want to take at least a strike or at least take a pitch just to see what he does after the walk. Other times you say, well, he just threw a walk. He's probably going to want to get ahead quickly with a first pitch strike. Might be the best pitch you see. So I can see it from both sides. Here's Carlos Castro. Swings at the first pitch again, and he swings through a pitch down and away for strike one. Castro grounded at third his first time up, leading off the second inning against Castaneda.
He's been working both sides of the plate against this right-handed hitting Ducks team tonight, but that slider has been his bread and butter pitch.
The 0-1 coming up. Kicks, fires. Castro drives one foul over the roof of the ballpark on the first base side. Castaneda quickly gets ahead in the count at 0-2. He's been, for the most part, getting ahead in counts. He's thrown now 57 pitches in the game, 35 of them for strikes. Chris Pike has had 52 pitches through 3 innings. Oh-2 on the way to Castro. And that pitch is lined foul to the first base side, in on the hands of Castro. A late swing saws it off. We'll do it again at 0-2.
And Michael, that's something the Ducks have done pretty well all season long. Castaneda does have 5 strikeouts tonight, but they're extending at bats, and they're the toughest team to strike out in the Atlantic League.
Well, Beckman certainly has remarked a lot about the offense and how good it's been this year. 0-2 pitch, that's taken on the inside corner, a called strike 3. So Carlos Castro goes down looking. That's strikeout number 6 on the night for Castaneda, who struck out 7 his last time out against the Ducks. So after the leadoff walk, a flyout and a strikeout, 2 away for the Ducks in the top of the fourth. And that'll leave it up to center fielder Dustin Woodcock.
And after starting that bat away against Castro, that's a nice pitch on the cutter on the inner half, and it was framed beautifully by the catcher, Noriega. And it's another strikeout for Castaneda.
So with 2 down, here's Dustin Woodcock from the left side. First pitch is taken low on a breaking ball for ball 1. Woodcock with a flyout to left his first time up back in the second inning. I think the FerryHawks certainly have to like what they have seen from the right-hander. He's had some ups and downs in his 3 starts with the FerryHawks since joining the team, but he's gotten 2 wins thus far and leading this one. 1-0. Woodcock takes a fastball at the knees for a strike to even up the count at 1-1. Woodcock coming off an 0-for-7 series against Southern Maryland this week, and a homestand in which he went 4 for 17, but 2 of those 4 hits both left the yard. Those were against the FerryHawks last weekend. One on the ground to the right side. That's going to sneak through for a base hit. Romero will turn second. He will head to third. Bautista fires back in. A 2-out single to right for Dustin Woodcock, his first hit of the game. And Long Island with the tying runs on and 2 down here in the fourth. Joe DiCarlo now coming up to bat.
And that's just a good piece of hitting there by Woodcock. He fell behind in the count, and Castaneda went to the changeup, and he was able to pull it to the right side just past the dive of Cespedes, the first baseman. So it's a good piece of hitting there on the part of Dustin Woodcock, and also heads up base running by Davidson Romero, going on contact and advancing to third.
Now, Romero not the most fleet of foot, but knowing the situation, knowing that ball squeezed through on the right side, he was easily going to be able to make it. So now here's Joe DiCarlo, first pitch, and he takes inside for a strike. Just caught the corner, 0-1. DeCarlo was a strikeout victim his first time up in the second inning, but has done very well with runners in scoring position and 2 outs this year. A .315 batting average with 21 RBIs in these situations. The 0-1 checks his swing and takes downstairs. So now 1-1 on the Duck catcher.
You know, with Romero going first to third, it really forces the hand of the defense. I know there's 2 outs here, but DeCarlo has good speed, so if he balls it slowly on the infield and he's able to beat it out, it kind of goes unrecognized in the box score, but it could result in a run for the Ducks.
Be a 1-1 here. Castaneda kicks and comes home, but as he was about to deliver, time was called by tonight's home plate umpire. So a very late timeout call there. Castaneda didn't seem too happy about it. Still do not know and have not been told by the FerryHawks PR staff as to who the 3 umpires are tonight. So unfortunately cannot bring that to you. 1-1. Taken down and away. It gets past the catcher Noriega behind the plate, and that's going to bring home a run. Romero comes in to score. Down to second goes Woodcock. And on what will likely be a wild pitch, the Ducks are within a run. It's a 4-3 game.
And that goes right back to what we were just talking about, Michael. Romero taking the extra base on the seeing eye single off the bat of Woodcock and comes home to score on the wild pitch. And just like that, the Ducks are within a run. So, you know, it's heads-up base running across the board on the part of Davidson Romero.
The Ducks have had issues with base running this year, but that was certainly the right move for Romero to turn second and go right to third. So now the tying run at second with 2 down. The 2-1 from Castaneda to DeCarlo. The pitch is taken on the outside corner. Good fastball for a strike there. And now the count even at 2-2. So we'll see if DeCarlo can bring home the tying run and erase the 4-1 deficit the Ducks had. Here comes the kick and the pitch. Castaneda deals, and DeCarlo a line drive up the middle. That's in a left center field for a base hit. Woodcock around third. He will score easily. Joe DeCarlo with a 2-out RBI single to center. And the Ducks have tied the game at 4 here in the top of inning number 4.
Great at bat there by DeCarlo as he's able to line that fastball into left center field. He got ahead in the count and had to be challenged by Castaneda with the heater, and Joe stayed back on that pitch and was able to pick up the game-tying single. So that's a great at-bat by Joe DeCarlo.
He's been one of the Ducks' most clutch hitters all season long in those situations, especially with 2 men out. Fouled back here by Matt Chamberlain for strike 1. So a good response from the Ducks after they fell behind 4-1 in the second when Staten Island played at 4 against Chris Pike. The home run by Achenbach in the third, a wild pitch scoring Romero, who led off the inning with a walk here in the fourth, and now a 2-out RBI single by Joe DeCarlo. The 0-1 from Castaneda to Chamberlain is a fastball on the inside corner for strike 2. Chamberlain a strikeout victim his first time up, back in the third, one of the 6 Ks that Castaneda has on the night. DeCarlo takes his lead off of first. And the 0-2 pitch. Swinging a pop-up in the air, foul. That's to the third base side and out of play. 2 rows behind the FerryHawk dugout. Do it again at 0-2.
Michael, I was taking some pictures along the third base side of the ballpark here, and I saw a foul ball almost land in your lap earlier.
It was very close. This feels like the ballpark where it's going to happen. Just we're above the screen, so if it goes over the screen, we have a chance. It needs to still be a proper line drive, but it was close. Here a swing and a miss by Chamberlain for strike 3, and that'll retire the side in the top of the 4th inning. 7 Ks now through 4 innings for Castaneda, but the Ducks tie the game. They get 2 runs on 2 hits and a walk, no errors. They leave 1 man on base. Through 3.5 innings of play, the Ducks and the FerryHawks are now all even at 4.
Hey fans, this is outfielder and hitting coach Lou Ford, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network.
Last night while my husband was sleeping, he shouted, "Baby, I want more." And I said, "What more could you want? You got me." And he said, "I was dreaming about a new house." So we went online to First National Bank of Long Island and applied for a mortgage. Best night of my life.
With competitive mortgage rates and flexible solutions, First National is the local bank that always puts you first. Let's connect at fnbli.com. First National. Go first. Go far. The First National Bank of Long Island. Member FDIC. Equal opportunity lender. Equal housing lender. Loan subject to credit approval.
Hey kids, are you ready to be part of the coolest club in town? If so, sign up today for the Long Island Ducks Kids Club presented by Bethpage Federal Credit Union. Children 14 and under will receive exclusive perks that only come with being a member, including a free ticket to a Ducks game, a free commemorative yearbook, 10% off at the Waddle Inn Shop, and much more. They'll also receive priority access to skip the line during Kids Run the Bases at all Sunday home games. Sign up today by visiting liducks.com or by calling 631-940-3825, and we'll see you at the ballpark.
Ducks and the FerryHawks are now tied at 4 as we head to the bottom half of inning number 4 here in Staten Island. It's time for the Ducks Health Report, brought to you by Island Shore Physical Therapy, the official therapist of the Long Island Ducks. Quite a handful of Ducks have been hit by the injury bug, especially in the second half of this season. Johnny Turbo, Brady Feigl, Sam Travis, Sandy Baez, Stephen Tarpley, and Ryan Meisinger all on the disabled list with season-ending injuries. Of course, we did see Alejandro De Aza leave the game yesterday in the 8th inning after a fly ball to center. No official word on the injury, but not in the starting lineup tonight for the Ducks, as Dustin Woodcock starts in center. So we go to the bottom of the 4th, and for the FerryHawks, Ramon Osuna, will get things started for Staten Island. It'll be Osuna, Cespedes, and Noriega due up to the plate. Pike back to the mound for his 4th inning of work. His first pitch is taken for a strike at the knees over the outer half of the plate, 0-1. Osuna with an RBI single to center in the 2nd. That gave the FerryHawks their lead at 2-1, and later scored in the inning on the 2-run single by Betancourt. Pike's 0-1, swung on and missed, as Osuna chased down and in, quickly 0-2.
And this is a really big inning for Chris Pike, Michael, now that the Ducks have tied the game at 4. In his 2 scoreless innings, he only threw 22 pitches, but in that 4-run second, he threw 30 pitches in that frame.
That was certainly a huge difference, and the Ducks hoping that's not going to end up being the difference in the game. Fortunately, it won't, since they've come back to tie it. Swing grounded to first base by Osuna, taken to the bag by Jose Sermo. So 3 unassisted on the ground out. And that's now 6 batters in a row retired by Pike since the 2-run single by Betancourt.
And it really just shows how his comfort level is when he is able to erase that leadoff batter now for the 3rd time in 4 innings. And you said, as you just mentioned, he's retired now a total of how many batters in a row did you say? 4?
6 in a row.
6 in a row, yep. Excuse me. So, you know, he's settling into a nice pitching groove.
First pitch here is grounded foul for strike 1 by Christopher Cespedes. On the out-of-town scoreboard, Lancaster leads Southern Maryland 3-1. The most notable thing there, Andretti Cordero has an RBI single in the game. He's 1 for 2. So the batting average now at 336. He's within 7 of De Aza, who's at 343 for the league batting race. Pike's 0-1. Taken for a strike at the knees. Cespedes did not agree, but the count 0-2. York leads High Point at home 2-1. That game's in the top of the 7th. Gastonia 4, Charleston 3, top of the 5th in West Virginia. And the Genomes hosting the Legends. They lead at 6-5, top of the 5th in Kentucky. Again, all the playoff matchups now decided in the Atlantic League, as last night High Point with their win over Gastonia officially clinching the wild card. And they'll take on Gastonia in the first round. Lancaster will face Southern Maryland as well. Inside, Cespedes almost got hit by the pitch. I don't know about you, Mike, but it almost looked like he tried to jump into that one.
I agree.
We saw a game yesterday where it looked like a member of the Blue Crabs, Ryan Haug, had kind of stuck his arm out a little. At least that's what Carlos Castro argued, to no avail. Pike's 1-2. Cespedes takes, and that fastball just missed the outside corner to even the count at 2-2.
It must be such a challenge for these FerryHawks batters, because one of the good pitches that Pike has is that knuckleball. So, you know, it really makes you start guessing at the plate. Is the knuckleball coming, or is he going to go to a curveball or a fastball? It really, you know, confuses these hitters.
2-2. Misses downstairs, kicks away from DeCarlo. Cespedes took a step to think about going to first, but elected not to do it. Probably the right decision. He's not a very speedy base runner. So the count full at 3-2. And ultimately, knuckleball pitchers can really have success. We've seen Mickey Janis do it with the Ducks to the point where he had success, got signed by the Mets, and eventually years later got up to the big leagues with the Baltimore Orioles. So Chris Pike hoping to have a similar story here. Payoff pitch, Cespedes takes, that's down and away, ball 4, as the knuckleball gets by DeCarlo. So after getting ahead, Pike ultimately loses Cespedes and issues his second walk of the game. Second time that he has walked Cespedes. And so Christopher Cespedes on at first with 1 out.
And the other part of that point too, Michael, also is the fact that, despite having thrown 52 pitches in his first 3 innings, because he's a knuckleballer, obviously he can go deep into this ballgame if Wally Backman and Mark Wiedemeyer need him to do so, going, over the century mark if he has to, because there's not a lot of energy put into those knuckleballs thrown.
Exactly right. He threw 92 pitches in what was his first start of the season a week ago today. He had tossed 1 relief appearance, 1 inning in relief at York earlier in the week. First pitch here, misses down and away, ball number 1. I think one of the other challenges is for Joe DeCarlo behind the plate. He hasn't had to catch a knuckleballer all year, and all of a sudden here comes Chris Pike. It's never an easy thing to do to catch a guy that has a ton of movement on those pitches. Pike's 1-0. Noriega takes. That misses low. The right-hander now behind at 2-0.
And it seems like Joe DeCarlo has the same catcher's mitt that he's been using all season, but sometimes when you have a knuckleballer going, the catcher uses a different type of mitt because of that pitch.
We'll go with the bigger mitt because of the amount of movement that the pitch has. 2-0. That knuckleball drops in for a strike over the inside corner. Mets have a 2-1 lead over the Pirates. That game is through 5 at Citi Field. Vogelbach with his 17th home run of the season. And the Yankees out to an early 3-0 lead in Milwaukee over the Brewers. Donaldson, Gonzalez, and Kiner Falefa with the RBIs for the Yanks. 2-1, runner goes, pitch is grounded towards the middle of the infield. Achenbach backhands. They say his foot came off second, so they don't get the out there, but they do get the out at first. The third base umpire saying Achenbach had taken his foot off the bag. He had tried to stretch and hold on as he fielded the baseball. So it was close, but ultimately they'll say Cespedes gets there safely. Noriega out at first, 4-3. And with 2 outs, that'll leave it up to Javier Betancourt.
And you talk about some tremendous athletic ability on the part of Trevor Achenbach, looking like a first baseman trying to hang on to that second base bag with that stretch. But then, obviously, once the runner was safe, he had the wherewithal to make the throw to first and erase the base runner in Noriega. But that's a pretty nice play there by Trevor Achenbach.
Trying to look at the replay here to see whether or not indeed he did keep his foot on the bag or not. First pitch to Betancourt misses low for a ball. And the count goes to 1-0. Yeah, I don't know. I think that foot is pretty clean on the bag as he comes up with it, but
I'm looking at the same picture that you are, and it does look like he did keep the heel on the bag.
Here comes the 1-0 from Pike. Betancourt takes a strike. I don't know if you could get a better look, but on that wild pitch that went back and they tossed to the plate, did it look like Noriega got in there?
I think that it was the right call.
You think it was the right call that he was out? Oh, okay.
Yes.
So you probably had a better look from down low than I did up here. But that was a fortunate play for the Ducks to get that out. 1-1. Betancourt takes low. Good block by DeCarlo behind the plate.
You know, the funny thing about that was, as you mentioned, I was sitting behind the third base dugout, and Edgardo Alfonso in the third base coach's box told the base runner not to go. So he kind of, went on instinct, and Joe DeCarlo made a great play to recover and throw to Chris Pike for the tag.
Dilson Herrera was not happy with the call. He was the batter at the time. 2-1, Betancourt fouls one back to the screen behind home plate.
He did have a better view than I. Dilson Herrera. He's right there.
Yeah, he was right there. I mean, he couldn't have had much more of a better view. And interestingly enough, the home plate umpire was over on the first base side, so you couldn't really get a good look to see whether or not his foot touched the plate. I thought I had a better view of that part, and it looked like Pike was on the first base side of the plate, but they make the call. It is what it is. 2-2. Betancourt fouls another one back.
You know, Michael, just going back to that play real quick, from my vantage point, I think the reason why the home plate umpire called him out is because when the slide was made, his leg was still up in the air. You know how you have to obviously cross the plate, but when you make that slide in,
sometimes your foot comes up.
Yes, your foot comes up and it doesn't touch the plate, and I think that's why he was called out.
That's very possible. So Christopher Cespedes leads from second with 2 down. The 2-2 pitch. Betancourt skies one in the air to right. Well hit back into the corner. Long run for Chamberlain, and he makes the catch. An outstanding grab down the right field line for Matt Chamberlain. Saves a run and keeps this ball game tied at 4 after 4 innings. And a long way to go to track out to that tailing line drive, but he tracks it down. In the inning, no runs, no hits. There was a walk, a man left. And through 4 here in Staten Island, the Ducks and the FerryHawks remain tied at 4.
Hey fans, this is Scott Harkin, right-handed pitcher, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network.
Planning your next party or looking for a caterer that will handle all of your needs? Hidden Gem Cafe's got you covered. From setup to service to cleanup and amazing food that is sure to be talked about, they can do it all without breaking the bank. Hidden Gem knows that each event is unique and strives to design a specialized menu for each event. Call the Hidden Gem Cafe for your next party at 631-390-5912. And be sure to follow them on social media too at the Hidden Gem Cafe for ideas and information.
Hey kids, are you looking for even more fun when you come out to a Long Island Ducks game? Then be sure to head on over to the Ducks Fun Zone. It's located on the main concourse down the right field line. There you'll find 3 fun-filled inflatables, including the Duck Tail Slide, the Bounce House, and an obstacle course. Enjoy unlimited access to all 3 inflatables for just $5 every game. That's the Long Island Ducks Fun Zone, open during all home games at Fairfield Properties Ballpark.
To the 5th inning we go here at Staten Island University Hospital Community Park. The Long Island Ducks, the Staten Island FerryHawks, all even up at 4 apiece. Each team with 4 hits, each team with 0 errors. Pretty even start to the ball game. And as we head to the 5th, it is time for my broadcast partner Mike Moore's favorite part of the game, and that is our 5th inning trivia, where we test his and your knowledge of the Ducks, the Atlantic League, and baseball as a whole. Mike, you know why it's my favorite time? Because you're in the booth with me, and you know what that means?
What does that mean, Michael?
I can keep a close eye on you and make sure you're not cheating and looking at Google and internet and anything of the like. You have to actually use your knowledge of baseball to come up with this one, all right?
Okay.
All right. We'll see if he can actually stick to that. Leading things off for the Ducks as we go to the 5th will be Sue Lin, their shortstop and leadoff hitter. The first pitch, and it's skied in the air down the left field line. Back goes Duplantis, and he'll make the catch on the run for the first out. Good piece of hitting by Lynn. Unfortunately, couldn't get it out of the reach of Duplantis, and Lynn is over 3. All right, Chris Pike made his professional debut in 2014, and he did it on this very field. It came on June 21st in a game against these Staten Island Yankees. At the time, he was with the Hudson Valley Renegades, the low A affiliate of the Rays. In that game for Staten Island, they had a player who would eventually go on to play in the Atlantic League. In fact, he would at one point go on to win the All-Star Game MVP award in the Atlantic League. So our question to you is, who was that player that faced Chris Pike that day for the Staten Island Yankees? We'll let you think about it, and we'll give you the answer in the bottom of this 5th inning. Achenbach fouls this one off. He's quickly behind 0-2. And he has had a great start to the game, Achenbach. A double, a homer, an RBI, and 2 runs scored.
That's a very good question. And, you know, being the fact that I've come up with so many correct answers this season on my own without using the internet, I wonder if I should hand this one off to the fans, because I'm sure they want to, you know, try to get recognition and you know, do their best to get a shout out on the air and come up with the correct answer, because, you know, I don't want it to be the center of attention all the time.
Well, you just naturally happen to be the center of attention as Achenbach fouls one back, but as we do every game, we encourage the fans to participate. Feel free to comment on our Facebook or YouTube streams with what you think the correct answer is. We will be more than happy to give you a shout out on the air if you get the correct answer. But certainly one that it's funny to see how baseball comes full circle. Inside, that one hit Achenbach on the left side. So for the third time, he will reach base in this game. Second time as a Duck that he has been hit by a pitch. The Ducks put the go-ahead run on with one out here in the top of the 5th inning. But that doesn't mean you can't think about it and give an answer as well, unless you just already know it and you don't want to seem like you just a big baseball know-it-all.
No, that was kind of my way of saying that it's a really good question, and I don't think I have the correct answer. I'm going to take one guess, but I was, thinking about the fans first.
Well, that is always the right choice, to think about the fans first. Of course, everybody in the Ducks organization was thinking about the fans first yesterday on Fan Appreciation Night at Fairfield Properties Ballpark. 1 on, 1 out. Here is L.J. Mazzilli to the plate. First pitch is down and away, and it gets past Noriega. That'll go back behind the plate. Now that might be the third wild pitch of the ball game for Dylan Castaneda. Trevor Achenbach, go-ahead run now in scoring position.
And an opportunity here for Mazzilli to pick up a base hit to the outfield, which could potentially give the Ducks the lead for the first time since the first inning, when they had the lead 4 batters into this contest at 1-0.
Indeed, it is a wild pitch, his third of the night. LJ swings and misses here at a breaking ball for strike one, and those wild pitches really have hurt him. Allowed Achenbach to get to third in the first and eventually score on the sac fly. It plated Davidson Romero in the fourth and moved Woodcock in a scoring position, who eventually scored on the RBI single. So without those wild pitches, Ducks might only have the 1 run on the homer by Achenbach, assuming everything else played out the same. Here comes a 1-1. Castaneda kicks and fires. Mazzilli swings. It's a ground ball toward short. Achenbach racing to third. He'll make it there safely. The throw to first just beat Mazzilli by a step. Mazzilli thought he was safe. The first base umpire said out. So to third goes Achenbach. Mazzilli retired for the second time tonight. He's 0 for 2 with a walk. And with 2 away, that'll leave it up to Davidson Romero.
You know, Michael, this is the final weekend of the regular season, and obviously we always talk about the Atlantic League campaign being a marathon and not a sprint. And he was erased at first base, but I have to give L.J. Mazzilli a ton of credit. He was hustling right out of the batter's box, looking for the infield single. Instead of just, jogging to the bag, he really, worked hard trying to pick up an infield single, and you have to give him credit.
First pitch here is inside for ball 1 to Romero, and that's something that Wally Beckman said he wanted to see out of his team, knowing that there's no postseason coming up. These only 3 games remain on the schedule. Ultimately, it's about wanting to see his players hustle and play the game hard every out of every game until the season officially comes to a close. 1-0 pitch is a breaking ball strike on the outside corner, 1-1. And so that is something you certainly like to see from L.J. Mazzilli, hustling out a ground ball to short. Obviously was not a easy routine play for Aguilar, so he had to make the play on throw on the run, make an accurate throw as well. And Mazzilli almost beat it out. Achenbach leads from third with 2 down, the 1-1. Romero hits a ground ball up the third base line, foul. And now Castaneda ahead 1-2. Wind has died down a bit. It was blowing from left to right earlier in the game, but the flag's out in right center, hanging without any movement right now. A cool, comfortable night here on the north shore of Staten Island.
It has a September feel.
For sure. I love it, though. This is my favorite temperature of the year. 1-2. High fly ball in the air to left. That's well hit. Back goes Duplantis. Back goes Cespedes. At the warning track, it's over the head of Duplantis, and it'll go to the wall. Scoring easily is Achenbach. In at second with an RBI double is Davidson Romero. And the Ducks have their second lead of the night as they go in front 5-4.
Great at bat there by Romero. He was behind in the count, a ball and 2 strikes, and Castaneda simply challenged him with the fastball, and Davidson stayed back on it and was able to pull it well into the gap in left center field, narrowly missing a 2-run home run, but he'll gladly take an RBI double, which gives the Ducks the lead.
Duplantis had to go a long way back for that one. Surprisingly, it didn't leave the yard with how much that ball was in the air. Now Jose Sermo to the plate. He takes a slider inside from Castaneda for ball 1. So the Ducks now with 4 consecutive runs off of Castaneda since falling behind 4-1 in the second. The homer by Achenbach in the third A wild pitch and an RBI single by DiCarlo in the 4th, and now the RBI double by Romero here in the 5th. Sermo takes the fastball, misses low, and the count moves to 2 balls and no strikes. So what a night at the plate for Romero. A sac fly, a walk, a run scored, and an RBI double.
And that's 19 multi-RBI games for Romero this season.
The 2-0. Sermo drives one foul, third base side out of play. And now up to a team-high 80 runs batted in on the year. And certainly when you look at the contributors in this Ducks lineup this season, him and De Aza, without question, have been the 2 biggest of the guys who have been here all season long. Sam Travis, of course, was terrific during his time with the Flock before he suffered the injury. Leads at second does Romero with 2 down, the 2-1. Sermo takes a fastball up high and inside. It's 3 balls and a strike.
And Michael, the bottom line is this. Wally Backman, after a frustrating loss to the FerryHawks last weekend, which resulted in a sweep of Staten Island on behalf of Staten Island, said that, you know, everybody has to be auditioning for next season at this point. Nobody's a guarantee to come back, and Romero's showing that he wants to.
3-1 is low, so Jose Sermo works a 2-out walk. First time that he has been aboard in the game, and that is the 3rd walk of the night issued by Castaneda. We're celebrating another First National Bank LI walk to first, go far. And with that, out of the dugout is going to come FerryHawks pitching coach Nelson Figueroa to try and settle down his right-hander.
You know, when you had the post-game press conference earlier this week with Wally Backman, you know, you're asking him about the frustrations of the team, and Wally basically said that, you know, there's just some players that have underachieved all season long, and like we've been talking about just a moment ago, it's the final 3 games of the regular season. The Ducks unfortunately are out of the playoff picture, but this is an audition for every single player, because the coaching staff is watching, and if they see that you're kind of mailing it in for games that are basically like spring training type of games, that doesn't go over too well, especially with Wally Backman. So, you know, Davidson Romero is trying to prove a point to success here tonight. A couple of RBIs. We've talked about how, you know, he's been tremendous defensively all season long. You know, he was the champion, the most valuable player in the championship series in 2019. So he's been a very important part of the Long Island Ducks' success as of late.
No question, and still showing he can be a very good, very productive hitter, solid at third base as well, especially with his arm. So again, you know, a guy like Wally Backman knows what he has for the most part, and a guy like Romero for sure, but at the same time, there's so many new faces that have come into this Ducks team, both on the mound and in the lineup over the last several weeks and in the second half of the season, that, you know, Wally Backman is still getting to see these guys, and there's a lot that you can tell from the way what the stats will tell you on the field, but it's also different as to what you see from how they lead, how they treat their teammates in the dugout, how they handle every game in games that at this point don't have much meaning in terms of playoffs. So here's Carlos Castro. First pitch swinging. He chops one into the ground foul, third base side. And the count 0-1. But hustle is the big word that we've heard from Wally Backman over these last several days. Is he wants to see guys hustling. He wants to see them racing out ground balls, hustling the balls in the outfield, playing the game hard every chance they get, and not giving away any at-bats. Those are all telltale signs of guys who want to win, even in games that won't affect whether or not a team makes the playoffs. Castaneda's 0-1. Castro takes down and away, blocked this time by Noriega. Keeps the runners put, and that'll even up the count at 1-1.
And the Ducks are in uncharted waters, unfortunately, this season, not making it to the playoffs. And, you know, obviously the success on the field hasn't been there like the team was hoping, but the key also is when things aren't going your way, how are you in the clubhouse? You have to continue to be that clubhouse leader and teammate that you're expected to be, and that's also important moving forward.
Here's the 1-1 pitch. Castro drives one foul, a screamer into the stands on the first base side. Fortunately, I think it missed everybody and went into the concourse, but that was an absolute rocket off of Castro's bat, 1-2. You know, one thing I was also just thinking about, you look at this lineup, there are only 2 guys that were here last year that were part of that core of players that made it to the championship series. That's Mazzilli and Romero. Obviously, you have Frias on the bench, you have Ford on the bench, but there's been so many new faces this year that they're not used to the custom of getting to the playoffs every single year. So again, that's why you want to see them hustling and playing hard at this stretch of the season. 1-2. Castro, another foul ball. This one back off to our right up into the luxury suite level.
And that goes for everybody on the entire roster. Like you said, the veteran players that are looking to return here, and also the young players that have been signed over the course of this season. Some of them are playing in the Atlantic League for the first time or their first professional season, and they want to come back as well, so they have to do their best to open eyes.
I think it was a telltale sign how hard De Aza went after that ball late in the game yesterday, and what was a blowout at that point. 38 years old. 1-2. Checked his swing, did Castro. Almost went after the pitch, diving down and away. But gets the count even at 2-2. Castaneda, by the way, now up to 94 pitches on the night, 60 of which have been strikes. Ducks really have done a good job over these last couple innings working the pitch count. They sent 6 men up to the plate in the 4th, 6 up to the plate again here in the 5th. And scored 2 runs last inning, 1 run in this inning. Here's the 2-2. And again, a very late timeout call granted by tonight's home plate umpire.
And Castaneda has thrown 23 pitches here into this 5th inning. So, you know, when he retired the side in order, in the 2nd he threw just 8 pitches. And then even despite the Acaba home run in the 3rd, the only hit that he allowed in that frame, he threw 15 pitches. So when he has struggled and fallen behind in the counts, he's had that pitch count rise.
Castaneda comes set. Runners lead from 1st and 2nd with 2 down. The 2-ball, 2-strike delivery from the right-hander. Looks to 2nd, deals to the plate, and Castro swings and gets a piece, fouls it off the glove of the catcher, Andres Noriega.
Carlos Castro has really been such a tremendous acquisition for the Long Island Ducks. Playing with his 3rd team, he was a member of the York Revolution and then the Kentucky Wild Health Genomes. And, you know, the offensive numbers are there. And it's just a matter of, you know, how good of a game he has to call when he's behind the plate. And, you know, he's been pretty good.
This pitch misses upstairs, an off-speed pitch by the right-hander. So Castro gets the count full to 3-2, which will release the runners with 2 outs in the inning. Romero from 2nd, Sermo from 1st. There is a right-hander starting to get loose in the bullpen down the left field line for the FerryHawks. Looks to be Joe Cuja. So we'll see if this is Castaneda's final batter of the game, and if Castro can extend this top of the 5th inning. Here comes the payoff. The right-hander fires home, the runners go, and Castro fouls off another. Bullet back to the screen behind home plate.
And Michael, just one other point that I want to make on Carlos Castro. You know, he's known for being a catcher, and offensively he's been a DH some games at first base, but he hasn't played many games in right field. And boy, that catch he made at Fairfield Properties Ballpark the other night was one of the greatest catches I've ever seen, and he's not a right fielder. He was tremendous.
Robbed the home run from Jack Sundberg of the Blue Crabs. Quite impressive. Payoff pitch again, and Castro a ground ball up the middle, deflects off the mound to 2nd. Herrera will field his throw to 1st, and Castro's out. Try to slide in head first to the first base bag, but just a little bit late, and that will retire the side here in the 5th inning. So in the frame, the Ducks will have to settle for a run on a hit. There was a walk and a hit by pitch as well, no errors, and Long Island leaves 2 on. We're halfway through in the series opener. It's now the Ducks 5 and the FerryHawks 4.
Hey fans, this is outfielder Dustin Woodcock, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network.
Millennium Container Service is fulfilling the needs of businesses and homes across Long Island. They provide waste and recycling services plus a variety of dumpster rental options for any project. Millennium Container Service offers convenient, on-time deliveries and pickups, as well as daily, weekly, and monthly commercial service. Need a quote? Call 516-826-5544 or visit millenniumcontainer.com. Millennium Container Service. Keep your home and business clean. Has drinking or substance abuse taken over your life? You are not alone, and recovery is possible. At FCA, our caring team members will work with you to identify a recovery plan that meets your needs. We have virtual and in-person services ranging from treatment to recovery, from prevention to crisis support. Go to our website, fcali.org or thriveli.org for more information and to start your recovery journey today.
To the bottom half of the 5th inning we go. The Long Island Ducks have the lead 5-4 over the Staten Island FerryHawks, and we make our way to the bottom of the 5th, which means it is time for the answer to today's 5th inning trivia, where we tested your knowledge of the Long Island Ducks, the Atlantic League, and baseball as a whole. We gave you the question in the top half of the 5th. Chris Pike made his professional debut on this field on June the 21st of 2014. In that game, he tossed a scoreless inning of relief, allowing a hit and a walk. With the Staten Island Yankees that day, there was a player who would eventually go on to be named an Atlantic League All-Star Game Most Valuable Player. Our question to you was to name that player. Any guesses, Mike Moore? We do not have any on Facebook or on YouTube, unfortunately.
I am going to go with Isaias Tejeda.
You are correct. Very nice job. And there was no Googling, no baseball referencing, no MLB research blog. Mike doing his patented boom, 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 boom motion here in the booth. Very nice job. I love it. Isaias Tejeda, the correct answer, who would win the All-Star Game MVP in the Atlantic League with the York Revolution in 2019 in his home ballpark of Peoples Bank Park. Of course, now he's a member of the Lexington Legends. A job well done, Mr. Moore.
Thank you very much.
Ending the season on a high note. I love it. Antoine Duplantis, the batter, to lead off the 5th against Chris Pike. He's got a 1-1 count and hits a ground ball to second. Trevor Achenbach with the throw over to first in time for the out. And there's one away. I have even more good news. We have been given the umpires for tonight's game here in the bottom of the 5th inning. J.B. Torres behind home plate tonight. Mike Williams, as I expected, is over at first base. And the third base umpire is Tony Gasandi. I know you were very curious about that, Mike, so now you can fill that in on your scorecard. I'm doing that as we speak. Now we know who the umpires are tonight. So with one out, up steps Dilson Herrera to the plate, and the breaking ball is taken for a strike over the outside corner, 0-1. Herrera 0 for 2 on the night with a pair of groundouts, 1 to second in the first, 1 to third in the second. Kuja continues to warm for the FerryHawks down the left field line, the 0-1, and that's hit high in the air to left, well struck, but towards the line. Over is L.J. Mazzilli to make the catch, and Herrera retired for the 3rd time tonight. Well, I'll tell you what, Mike, since that rocky start to the 2nd, in which Chris Pike allowed the first 6 batters to reach, he has now allowed just 1 of the last 11 hitters that have come to the plate to reach, and that was on the walk to Cespedes in the 4th.
And in this bottom half of the 5th inning, now he has only thrown just 5 pitches to the first 2 batters he's faced.
You gotta love that if you're Wally Backman and Mark Wiedemeyer, getting outs and not throwing too many pitches at the same time, allowing him to go deeper and deeper into the start. He's at 76 pitches right now, 47 for strikes. So here's Angel Aguilar to the plate from the right side. First pitch swinging, he lines one the other way to right. That's a base hit. So there's the first hit for the FerryHawks, and Javier Betancourt's 2-run single in the second. The first hit as well for Aguilar. He was 0 for 2 with a ground out and a fly out before that. So a 2-out base runner. That'll bring up the center fielder, Ricardo Cespedes.
Aguilar aggressive going after the first pitch thrown there by Pike. And, that's a good piece of hitting. Instead of stepping into the bucket, Aguilar simply takes it the other way and has himself an opposite field single for his first hit of the ball game.
So here is Cespedes from the left side against Pike. Right-hander's first pitch on the way to the plate. Cespedes swings and drives one to right. Matt Chamberlain racing back to deep right field. He'll make the catch on the edge of the warning track. And on one pitch, Ricardo Cespedes is retired, and Pike is through a scoreless 5th. No runs, 1 hit, 1 man left on base for the FerryHawks. 5 innings complete tonight here in Staten Island, and the Ducks have a 5-4 lead over the FerryHawks.
Hey fans, this is pitcher James Varela, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network.
Hey, Ducks fans, the official hotel of the Long Island Ducks is the Radisson Hotel, Hauppauge, Long Island. It's centrally located on the north shore of Long Island and offers a home away from home for both business and leisure guests. The Radisson Hotel, Hauppauge, Long Island features an indoor pool, 24-hour business center, a fitness center, and complimentary Wi-Fi in all guest rooms. Enjoy the contemporary American cuisine at the Fountain Grill restaurant or grab a quick bite to eat at Cafe Prato. And best of all, it's only minutes away from Fairfield Properties Ballpark. The Radisson Hotel, Hop Hog, Long Island, the official hotel of the Long Island Ducks. Call 231-1100 today. That's 631-231-1100.
Your source for everything Ducks is liducks.com. The official website of the Long Island Ducks is the best place to stay up to date with Long Island's hometown team. Purchase tickets to the game, see the full promotional schedule, visit the online store, read the latest news stories, and watch every game live right on the homepage. The site offers an optimal browsing experience on either your computer or mobile device. liducks.com, the official website of the Long Island Ducks. Your one-stop shop for all things Ducks baseball.
Mike Pollock, Mike Moore here at Staten Island University Hospital Community Park. The Mike and Mike Show back on the road as we wrap up this 2022 season this weekend here in the Five Boroughs. Ducks with a 5-4 lead over the FerryHawks. We go to the top half of the 6th inning. It'll be the bottom of the order for the Flock, due up to the plate. Dustin Woodcock, Joe DiCarlo, and Matt Chamberlain are due up. And I believe this is Joe Kuja, who has taken over on the mound for Staten Island after 5 innings of work from Dylan Castaneda.
Joe Kuja, a former member of the Bridgeport Bluefish, the team that gave me the opportunity to begin my broadcasting career in the Atlantic League.
That's right. Mike Moore was all about the Connecticut teams before he eventually joined the Ducks in 2021. He broadcast games for 3 seasons with the Bluefish, 2 with the New Britain Bees up in Connecticut, and made his way to Long Island last year. And we've enjoyed very much having him a part of the staff over the last 2 seasons. The 1-0 from Kuja to Woodcock is taken for a strike at the knees to even up the count at 1-1.
I don't know about you, Michael, but to me, sometimes it still feels like it's April 22nd.
Yeah.
Going all the way back to opening day. It's hard to believe that the final weekend of the Atlantic League season is here.
You know, every year I always get to this point and I say, I can't believe the season has already come to a close. The 1-1 is a fastball up and inside, 2-1, but there has certainly been quite a lot that has gone on throughout the course of this season, especially from the Ducks' perspective. They have certainly accomplished quite a lot on the field and off the field. Be a 2-1 from Kuja here. Kicks, fires. Woodcock a foul ball up above our heads and off to our left. Evens the count at 2-2. But when you get to this time of year and you start to feel those fall temperatures coming back, that's what kind of brings back those memories, I think, of those April nights. Because all you're thinking about is, well, weather's going to start to get a little chilly. In the springtime, of course, you're thinking about the heat that's coming, but this time it's the opposite of that up here in the Northeast. 2-2. And that breaking ball taken on the inside corner for strike 3 called. Dustin Woodcock did not agree with the call from J.B. Torres, but he goes down looking. So there is the first out of the 6th, the 8th strikeout of the night for the FerryHawk pitching staff.
Kuja has been very effective all season long for Staten Island, and he has been a key part to their bullpen and a rubber arm as well. He is one of those guys that has stayed healthy all season long for Edgardo Alfonso and Nelson Figueroa.
First pitch to Joe DiCarlo, and he takes the fastball upstairs for ball 1. For Kuja, this is appearance number 52 on the season for him. The most on this FerryHawks team. He's 3-4 with a 3.95 ERA. 1-0. And that just nips the inside corner for strike 1. Kuja has 1 save, 6 holds on the year. He has struck out 69 batters, but has walked 41 over 73 innings. He's also hit 11 batters, so control can be an issue at times for the righty. But certainly has hard stuff. 1-1, and that misses the outside corner. DiCarlo jumps ahead in the count at 2 balls and 1 strike. DiCarlo with a 2-out RBI single to center back in the 4th that tied the ball game at 4. He struck out his first time up, swinging in the 2nd. Kuja is 2-1, and DiCarlo takes a breaking ball at the knees. Good slider from the righty, 2-2.
And Joe's been teetering with that 300 batting average pretty much all season long. He's 1 for 2 tonight and comes into this plate appearance at 299, but he has an 823 OPS as well.
You know he would love to get it and finish above 300 or at 300 for the season, but pretty darn close at this point. Takes here a sweeping slider that misses low and outside, 3-2. And he's one of the guys who really has been consistent all season long for the Ducks offensively. Never was really tearing the cover off the ball, but never went into an extended long slump. He's been a relatively consistent presence for the team at the plate all year. Payoff pitch, and he fouls one back. He's a guy who had been an infielder last year in the White Sox organization, but this year, although he did spend some time in the infield, has spent the majority of his time behind the plate. He's had some troubles defensively at points, but has made some good throws, made some nice plays, and ultimately has done the best job he has been able to do with this pitching staff.
And talking to the pitchers, they said he does a great job calling games behind the plate for those staff members.
Payoff pitch again, and that is taken on the outside corner, strike 3 call. So Joe DiCarlo goes down looking. Back-to-back strikeouts for Joe Cuja to begin the 6th. And with 2 down, that'll leave it up to Matt Chamberlain.
Another good sinker thrown there by Cuja on 3-2. A pretty gutsy pitch. He's had some effectiveness. Obviously, his first 2 strikeouts with the sinker and the curveball.
Yes, that is good stuff working here thus far. So with 2 down, here's Chamberlain from the left side. First pitch taken on the outside corner for a strike. And the count moves to 0-1. Chamberlain struck out swinging in both of his at-bats tonight, in the 3rd and in the 4th. In the 3rd leading off the inning, the 4th to end the inning. 0-1. Swing and a miss. Tied up on the pitch inside this time, and it's quickly 0-2.
So far, this is the type of inning that Cuja has shown how dominant he could be on the mound. It's really been a Jekyll and Hyde season for him. When he's had success, he's looked very well, but when he has struggled, he has been hit pretty hard.
The 0-2. And that pitch misses up and away for ball number 1.
And I think one of the reasons, obviously, Michael, for most pitchers, if not all of them, but especially with Joe Cuja coming out of the bullpen, is getting ahead in the counts against the batters.
Cuja's pitched in 12 games against the Ducks this year. He's 2-0 with a 3.92 ERA and 4 holds. His 1-2 here. Chamberlain gets in a 1 to right. That's it pretty well. Back goes Bautista to the track at the wall, and you can forget it. Matt Chamberlain hits his first home run as a member of the Ducks, joining Trevor Achenbach, who did so earlier in the game. The Ducks' 2nd long ball of the night has increased their lead to 6-4 here in the 6th inning.
1-2 fastball right down Broadway in the wheelhouse of Matt Chamberlain, and he took advantage by parking it over the right field wall. And how about that? You said Trevor Achenbach was his first home run as a member of the Ducks, and following suit here, Matt Chamberlain doing a terrific job.
Gets some love from his teammates in the first base dugout. This pitch misses up and outside for ball 1 to Sermo. So the Ducks with 2 home runs tonight. They're now up to 114 home runs on the season. And again, because they have hit 100 home runs, Island Federal Credit Union donating $10,000 to Long Island Cares for Home Runs for Hunger. Su-Wei Lin takes down and away. It's now 2 balls and no strikes. So how about these Ducks? They have now scored in 4 consecutive innings after they fell behind 4-1 in the 2nd. Good response by Long Island. And it looks like Chris Pike is going to come back out for the 6th inning. Nothing doing in the Ducks bullpen. That was a shot by Chamberlain. Got into that one. And it seemed like it was destined to leave the yard off the bat. Here's Su-Wei Lin, drives one to center. That's fairly well hit, but this is going to stay in the yard. Cespedes goes back to make the catch, and that will retire the side. But the Ducks add to their lead. The 2nd solo home run of the night for a member of the flock. The 2nd first homer as a Duck for Long Island tonight. As this time it's Matt Chamberlain who leaves the yard. To the bottom of the 6th we go. It's 6-4 Long Island.
Hey fans, this is catcher Joe DiCarlo, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network.
This is it. Check it out. See what everyone's talking about. Let Nico lock paper. Let Nico lock papers. Pave your way.
Bring your outdoor living dreams to life. Visit Nicolak's Outdoor Design Center at 200 Henry Street in Lindenhurst and see thousands of square feet of pavers, retaining walls, fire pits, and outdoor living accents on display. Only Nicolak paving stones are made with Paver Shield technology for more vibrant color options than anyone else. Visit Nicolak.com to request a free sample or their Outdoor Design Center at 200 Henry Street in Lindenhurst. Nicolak. Ask for it by name. You'll see the difference. Visit Nicolak.com. That's Nicolak.com.
Let Nicolak paver, let Nicolak pavers pave your way. Pave your way.
Well, a reminder that the Ducks will be in action again tomorrow night for Game 2 of this 3-game series. It'll be a 6 o'clock start tomorrow. Our pregame show will get underway at 5:45. The right-hander James Varela making his final start of the season for the Ducks. And right-hander Christian Capuano facing the Ducks for the second time in this week for Staten Island. You can tune into all the action right here on the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network. Mike Moore and I will have the call for you on LIDucks.com, Facebook Live, and youtube.com/DucksBaseball. Chris Pike back to the hill as he'll begin his 6th inning of work. He gave up all 4 of the runs that he allowed tonight in the 2nd. And since that point, the Ducks have scored a run in the 3rd, 2 in the 4th, 1 in the 5th, and 1 in the 6th. And they now have a 6-4 lead.
And Michael, going back to that home run by Matt Chamberlain, we were talking about the camaraderie in the clubhouse. And the Ducks bullpen is down the right field line, and Chamberlain looked over towards every member of that Ducks bullpen, and they all jumped up in excitement. So, you know, it's just the life that you show. He obviously had a lot of emotions hitting that home run, but his teammates are behind him, and I'm sure he got, you know, some razzing in the dugout, maybe the silent treatment, who knows. But that's what you like to see from a team that is just, you know, playing out the string, but showing that they're together here still.
For sure. And always exciting when you see a player hit his first home run with the team. Mario Bautista, the batter. He takes low and outside for ball 1. The other thing we didn't talk about was, I hope your car's okay, because I think your car is parked over there behind the right field fence. That was honestly my first thought when I saw that ball leave the yard was, oh my, Mike Moore might have a broken window or a dent.
Well, you said it, but that was my thought as well.
Let's keep our fingers crossed. 1-1 on Bautista, who's got an RBI double and a strikeout tonight. Pike's pitch, that's fouled back and out of play. And the count goes to 1-2.
Well, where I parked the car, I'm not sure. It did clear the trees just a bit. And
it went into those trees out there.
If it did break a window, it would be on the passenger side front door, which is where you sit. So, you know, we'll see. But there might be a souvenir in your seat when we get back.
There might be a souvenir, but I might have a nice fresh breeze on the drive back. We'll see. That was my nerve when we moved it from one spot to the other. 1-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Chris Pike blows the fastball by Mario Bautista upstairs. 3rd strikeout of the night for Pike. And there's 1 away.
I appreciate your concern for me, Michael. Thank you.
Listen, I've always been averse to parking anywhere behind an outfield fence. I've even been nervous at Fairfield Properties Ballpark, where I park my car, that a foul ball is going to go back that way and hit it, even though I'm as far as possible. So, I don't know. I saw that ball go over the fence. I'm like, I think that's exactly where we parked the car. Oh, boy. Although I'll tell you what, Achenbach's ball went near where we first were going to park the car, so you might have had a souvenir there too. Oh boy, 1-0.
You can forget it.
Matt Chamberlain hit one over the wall and he touched them all. That's for sure. Swing and miss a fastball. It's 1-1. We apologize. We've gone off the deep end here in the broadcast booth at Staten Island. 1-1. Or excuse me. Yeah, I believe it's 1-1 on Osuna, who had an RBI single and a run in the 2nd, then grounded out to 1st in the 4th. Scoreboard reads 0-2. This pitch misses up and away here. So I'm pretty sure that count goes to 2-1, but maybe I am wrong here. Maybe it's 1-2. My apologies. Pike is set to go. Here's the pitch. And that breaking ball misses downstairs. Osuna the batter, Cespedes waiting on deck. Again, since the second inning, Pike has allowed just 2 base runners. The 1-out walk in the 4th to Cespedes, the 2-out single to Aguilar in the 5th. Pitch on the way is taken downstairs. DiCarlo didn't know where it was, but it ricocheted out in front of home plate, so I did have the count wrong. It's now 3-2 on Ramon Osuna. Nothing doing for the FerryHawks, so it looks like Cuja will come back out and pitch the 7th inning for Staten Island. Nothing doing as well for the Ducks either. You'd have to figure if Pike can get through this inning, they might try and go to the bullpen then in the 7th. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Chris Pike blows the fastball by Ramon Osuna. So back-to-back strikeouts for Chris Pike here in the 6th. He's now got 4 for the game. A season high with the Ducks for him. And with 2 outs, that'll leave it up to Christopher Cespedes.
Do you want to hear a funny story real quick?
Of course.
So when we first got to the ballpark today, I'm taking a look now out towards right center field. I did park the car near where the flags are, but then I left my clipboard and score sheet in the car when we brought all the equipment up and went back to get it, and I moved it, and I have to be honest with you, I moved it to the left of the foul pole, but near where the trees are, and it was just past where that boat terminal is. So there is a very good chance that there may be an Atlantic League baseball by the car tonight.
You're going to have to give that thing quite the inspection once we get there. That pitch taken for a strike, 1-1. The nerves are flowing in Mike Moore now to wonder whether or not he's going to have to call AAA before we head on out of the ballpark tonight. 1-1 is fouled back. I'm not going to lie, and this sounds terrible, but it would honestly be the perfect capper to the season if that was actually the case.
You're absolutely right.
With everything that has gone on with this 2022 season, all the ups and downs, that would certainly be the highlight. In the final series of the season, Mike Moore gets a shattered window from a Matt Chamberlain home run ball. Ripped to third, gobbled up by Romero. His throw across the diamond is in time for the out. Chris Pike with a 1-2-3 inning here in the bottom half of the 6th. His 4th consecutive scoreless inning since the 4-run second. So down in order go the FerryHawks, which means we will go to the 7th. Mike, a pleasure to have you up here in the broadcast booth once again on this Friday night. He'll be back here in the booth all weekend long as the Ducks wrap up this 2022 season.
Thank you for having me, Michael. I'll go take a look at the car, and we'll talk to everybody again tomorrow night.
Go check, give us a status report for all the viewers listening at home. We go to the 7th, 6-4 Ducks.
Hey fans, this is pitcher Joe Iorio, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network.
When we see Long Island, we see you. Because at Catholic Health, we know that it's your remarkable lives that breathe life into our island. So at every Catholic Health hospital, practice, and care facility, we're able to provide the highest quality, most innovative care for your body, because our culture cherishes your humanity. Long live Long Island.
Take your group out to the game this season and enjoy all the fun of Ducks baseball at discounted prices with the picnic area, luxury suites, party deck, and so much more. Bringing your group to the game will be an unforgettable experience. The Ducks even offer opportunities to sing the national anthem, serve as the Ridgewood Savings Bank color guard, be the Nicolak Dream Team, or put on a pregame performance. To book your outing today, call 631-940-3825 and ask for the group sales department. Long Island Ducks baseball. Good times every time.
Fans, this 2022 season of Long Island Ducks baseball has been presented by Catholic Health. With a talented roster full of Major League experience and exciting promotions every night, a day at the ballpark has truly been a good time every time for Ducks fans all season long. Tickets are on sale for all Ducks home games. You can get your tickets at the Fairfield Properties Ballpark box office by going online at liducks.com or by calling 631-940-TIXX or 940-3825. Swing and a miss here for strike one. Obviously, there are no more home games for this season, but the Ducks do have 2023 season ticket packages on sale right now, so You can give the Ducks a call at 631-940-3825 to get your information about that, or visit liducks.com for all the details. Slider here misses outside, 1-1. The best news of all is that season ticket pricing remains unchanged from this year. So that is always terrific news, and without question, the best savings and most benefits available among all chances of getting Ducks tickets. A 1-1. Achenbach takes a fastball that just nipped the outside corner for a strike. And that'll run the count to 1-2. So Joe Kuja back to the mound for his 7th inning of work. He allowed the solo home run to Matt Chamberlain with 2 down in the 6th, but otherwise retired the 3 batters he faced. 1-2. Slider misses outside, 2-2. Meanwhile, it looks like Chris Pike's night is done. After 6 innings of work, he's at 92 pitches. Warming up in the bullpen right now is Jose for the Ducks. 2-2. Achenbach swinging a miss, strike 3 as he chased down and away. So Trevor Achenbach retired for the first time tonight. On Joe Kuja's 3rd strikeout of the game, Achenbach had a double, a homer, and a hit by pitch. Has driven in a run and has scored 3 times. Without question, the leading candidate for player of the game right now for the Ducks. So 1 away here in the 7th. That'll bring up the left fielder L.J. Mazzilli to the plate as he bats from the right side. We'll also go through the out-of-town scoreboard in this inning and let you know what's going on around the Atlantic League and on the Major League scoreboard. On this Friday night, the final weekend of play in the Atlantic League season. First pitch misses outside for ball 1. Well, in Lancaster, Pennsylvania, again, the eyes are on Andretti Cordero of the Barnstormers, who tonight is 2 for 3 now with 2 RBIs and a run. His average up to 337. So he is now within 6 points of De Aza for the batting title. And again, De Aza not in the lineup tonight for the Ducks. Breaking ball here misses outside, 2-0. Barnstormers have a 5-2 lead over the Blue Crabs in the bottom of the 8th inning. Andretti Cordero has homered, his 16th of the year. Jack Sundberg has homered for Southern Maryland, his 8th of the season. 2-0 fastball, that misses up and inside. 3-0 on Mazzilli, who drew a walk back in the 1st inning and the only time he's reached base safely tonight, but he has now been aboard in 20 consecutive games going back to August 24th. Here comes the 3-0 to Mazzilli. The kick and the pitch. Fastball down the middle for a strike, 3-1. High Point visiting York. That game is tied at 3, bottom half of the 9th inning. For the Rockers, 2 RBIs from Michael Martinez leading their offense. Lenin Rodriguez and J.C. Encarnacion with the RBIs for York tonight. Mazzilli takes. That breaking ball hits the outside corner for a strike. And Kuja now ahead in the count at 3-2. Mazzilli struck out in the 3rd, grounded to short in the 5th, in addition to his 1st inning walk. And now Kuja steps off the rubber, and we'll go through the signs again. So if that is all for Pike, 6 innings of 4-run ball, not too bad for his 2nd start with the flock. And really just had that 1 rough inning. Otherwise, he was great tonight. Here's the 3-2. The kick, the pitch. Mazzilli takes, and the curveball misses low and outside for ball 4. So L.J. Mazzilli draws his 2nd walk of the night, the 4th walk by the Ducks offense in the game. It's another First National Bank LI walk to first, go far. Ducks get a 1-out base runner here in the 7th, and up will step Davidson Romero. Meanwhile, Gastonia leads Charleston 5-4. That game's in the top of the 7th in West Virginia. 2 RBIs from Freeman leading the offense for Gastonia. 3 others have driven in a run. Blum and Garcett have the RBIs tonight for the Dirty Birds. First pitch here is a fastball strike on the outside corner, 0-1 on Romero, who's had a very productive night at the plate. A sac fly to left in the 1st, a walk and a run scored in the 4th, and an RBI double in the 5th. That gave the Ducks the 5-4 lead. Here's the 0-1, runner from first goes. Pitch is ripped to the left side and through. Another hit for Romero. Mazzilli around second. He will head to third. So Davidson Romero with his 2nd hit of the ball game. He's now 2 for 2 on the night. L.J. Mazzilli goes corner to corner. And now runners at first and third with 2 men out for Jose Sermo. So Romero continuing to swing the bat well. 2 hits, 2 RBIs, a run, a walk, and a sac fly tonight. Another multi-hit game for Romero. He's had plenty of those this year. '29 multi-hit games specifically for Romero this season. The first pitch is a strike to Jose Sermo, who disagreed with the call. From J.B. Torres, the home plate umpire, 0-1. Sermo is 0 for 2 with a walk in the game. He drew the walk in his last plate appearance. That was back in the 5th. 0-1. Curveball taken low and inside. And the count 1-1. Final in Kentucky, the Genomes defeat the Legends 7-5. Dodson, the win, improved to 1-1. Wright, the loss, fell to 1-1. Bostic, his 2nd save of the year. Nelson hit his 6th home run. Irvin, his 18th for the Legends. The 2-0. Sermo takes. That's on the inside corner for a strike. My apologies. It said 2-0. I believe the count. Oh, I was wrong again. Wow, it's twice I've had the count wrong. My apologies. 2-1 now the count. Thought that first pitch was a strike. No, I was right. It is 1-2. Home plate umpire just signaled it, so it is 1-2. Cuja's kick and pitch. Sermo fouls one back. For the Genomes tonight, Luke Becker is 22nd. Felix Pie his 13th. Samir Dueñez his 8th. And Austin Rye hit his 9th home run for the Genomes, who were eliminated from playoff contention yesterday. First and second with 1 out here in the top of the 7th. The Ducks leading 6-4, trying to get a run for a 5th consecutive inning. 1-2, outside. 2-2 now on Sermo, and meanwhile a right-hander starting to get loose for the FerryHawks in their bullpen. Mets clinging to a 4-3 lead over the Pirates. That game's in the top of the 8th at Citi Field. Vogelbach his 17th home run of the season for the Mets. Cruz his 16th of the year for the Pirates. Cuja gets the sign and he's set at the belt. The 2-2. Sermo shot towards short. This could be 2. The flip to second for 1. On to first. Double play. So just what the doctor ordered for Cuja and the FerryHawks. An inning-ending 6-4-3 double play off the bat of Jose Sermo, and that'll retire the side here in the 7th. No runs for the Ducks. They get a hit and a walk. They leave 1 on base. It is time to stretch here at Staten Island University Hospital Community Park. 6-4, the Ducks lead the FerryHawks.
Hey fans, this is outfielder Alejandro de Asa, and you are listening to Duck Baseball on the Long Island Duck Broadcast Network.
Sayville Ford, the no-fees dealer, has been family-owned and operated for 65 years. Visit their spacious showroom to choose from a giant inventory of new, pre-owned, and commercial vehicles with a free 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain limited warranty included. Some exclusions apply. Plus, they offer top dollar for trades, and their service department is open until 1 a.m. on weekdays. Sayville Ford, Long Island's Ford giant, is conveniently located off exit 50 on Sunrise Highway, or visit SayvilleFord.com for more information.
Morning, Dan. How was your weekend?
Oh, it was awesome. I took my family to a Ducks game and had a blast. The seats were great. We ate a ton of food, and the Ducks won. They even had amazing fireworks.
Oh, yeah. They got a good thing going on there. I took friends to Thirsty Thursday a couple weeks ago and had too much fun.
They should totally use us in one of their radio spots.
You mean like the one we're doing right now?
Sure, that works.
Ducks Baseball. Good times every time. Get tickets at liducks.com.
Millennium Container Service is fulfilling the needs of businesses and homes across Long Island. They provide waste and recycling services, plus a variety of dumpster rental options for any project. Millennium Container Service offers convenient, on-time deliveries and pickups, as well as daily, weekly, and monthly commercial service. Need a quote? Call 516-826-5544 or visit millenniumcontainer.com. Millennium Container Service. Keep your home and business clean.
Well, we make our way to the bottom of the 7th inning. The Ducks leading the FerryHawks by the count of 6-4. And into the ball game for Long Island, left-hander Jose. He will take over after 6 innings of work for Chris Pike. Certainly, Pike would love a better line than he had, but I'll tell you what, outside of 1 inning, he was pretty strong here tonight for the Long Island Ducks. Allowed 4 runs on 4 hits, a walk, and a hit batter in the 2nd, allowing the first 6 batters of the inning to reach. But aside from that, only 2 FerryHawks have reached in the other 5 innings of the game. The walk in the 4th by Christopher Cespedes, the single in the 5th by Angel Aguilar. So otherwise, Pike has been very good tonight. And now he'll give way to the Ducks bullpen, who will try and record the final 9 outs of the game and give the Flock a series opening win. Jose to the plate. Andres Noriega to the plate, my apologies. Jose to the mound. And the first pitch is taken inside off the glove of DiCarlo for ball 1. So it'll be a righty Noriega, a righty Betancourt, and a lefty Duplantis due up. As Backman goes to the lefty Jose here. First out of the bullpen tonight. The 1-0 pitch from Jose is swung on and driven in the air down the right field line. Long run over towards the line for Chamberlain. He won't get there. It lands for a base hit. It's going to get by him and head towards the wall. Around second is Noriega. He's going to go for third. The throw from Sue Lin, and he is out. Excellent relay play by the Ducks as Sue Lin and Matt Chamberlain combined to throw out Noriega, trying to stretch a double into a triple, and a huge first out for the Flock here in the 7th. Well, Noriega does not run well. He's had only 2 stolen bases on the year, but aggressively trying to stretch a double into a triple and is put out on the play. 9-6-5 on the relay throw. Good throw by Chamberlain into Lynn, behind Achenbach, and then the accurate throw to Romero at third for the putout. So just like that, 1 away. Here is Javier Betancourt to the plate, the 9-hitter and third baseman. First pitch, and he takes a fastball on the outside corner for a strike, 0-1. Pike goes 6 innings tonight for the Ducks. He allows 5 hits, 4 runs, all of which were earned. He walked 2 batters and struck out 4. Hit a batter and threw a wild pitch. Finished his night with 92 pitches, matching his total from his last start, 58 for strikes. The 0-1 is skied high in the air to the right side of the infield. Sermo and Achenbach looking at it. It's going to be Achenbach, the second baseman, who makes the call and the catch. So Betancourt retired. He's now 1 for 3 with a 2-run single in the ball game. And with 2 down here in the 7th, back to the top of the order for the lefty Antoine Duplantis. So of course you don't want to look too far ahead here, but the question is, how will Wally Backman manage this? Does he go Jose for the 7th, and then either send him back out for the 8th or bring in somebody else for the 8th? And you have to figure that if Jose is being used here, then Tyler Webb would pitch the 9th. First pitch on the way to the plate, and that's fouled back to the screen for strike 1. And there's no real situation where you'd have a stretch of multiple lefties in a short span, except for, obviously you have Duplantis now, then you have 2 righties, and then you go Cespedes, Bautista, Osuna, lefty, righty, lefty. Here comes the 0-1. Now that pitch is taken low, 1 ball, 1 strike. Among the pitchers that are left in the Ducks bullpen, their 2 most high leverage situation guys are Jose and Tyler Webb. Anderson De Leon has also had success out of the bullpen for the Ducks this year and in recent games as well. So he could very well be in the mix. 1-1 from Jose to Duplantis. Breaking ball drops over the outside corner at the knees for a strike. It's 1-2. On the year, Jose with the Ducks, 3-1, a 1.33 ERA in 24 appearances. He has 7 holds and 2 saves on the year. 34 strikeouts to just 3 walks in 27 innings of work. The 1-2 pitch. Fastball taken just outside. Tried to paint the corner, but missed. And the count even up at 2-2. By the way, we didn't finish the out-of-town scoreboard. Yankees have a 5-3 lead over the Brewers in the third inning in Milwaukee. 2 RBIs from Josh Donaldson for the Yankees. Adames' 29th home run of the year for the Brewers. 2-2. That fastball misses the inside corner. And that'll run the count to 3 balls and 2 strikes on Duplantis, who, if he reaches, that would send Dilson Herrera to the plate. Eric Marinez, the righty, by the way, has been getting loose in the bullpen for Staten Island. It looks like he'll come on to pitch the 8th. 3-2 from Jose. The kick, the pitch, and that's low and outside, ball 4. So Jose issuing a 2-out walk to Antoine Duplantis, who's aboard for the first time in this game. 3rd walk by the Ducks pitching staff tonight. So Duplantis reaches with 2 outs, and as you heard, the tying run now comes to the plate. It's Dilson Herrera, who is 0 for 3 on the night. Jose pitching for the first time in 5 days. He last pitched on Sunday against these FerryHawks and tossed a scoreless inning in relief despite allowing 2 hits. Struck out 1. First pitch, and Herrera takes a fastball on the outside corner for strike 1. Herrera grounded to second in the first, grounded to third in the second, and flied to left his last time up in the 5th. Here comes the 0-1. Jose looks to first, deals to the plate. Herrera takes a fastball, that's on the outside corner. And the count quickly 0-2. 6-4 Ducks lead to the FerryHawks as we play in the bottom half of the 7th inning. Opening game of a 3-game series between these 2 New York State rivals. The 0-2 from Jose. Kicks, comes home, and Herrera skies one in the air down the right field line. That's going to slice foul into the seats. Down in the picnic area along the right field line. So Herrera fouls off the 2-strike pitch. This at-bat will continue. Jose now at 13 pitches in the inning, 8 for strikes. Servo holds on Duplantis at first, who has 12 steals and has been caught stealing 12 times this year. 0-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Jose gets Dilson Herrera to chase downstairs for his first strikeout of the night, and he tosses a scoreless inning in the 7th. No runs for the FerryHawks. They pick up a hit, they pick up a walk, they leave 1 on base. To the 8th inning we go here in the series opener. It's the Ducks 6 and the FerryHawks 4.
Hey fan, this is pitcher Anderson De Leon, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network.
Last night I told my husband, baby, I'm ready to grow. And he said, are we having a baby? I said, no, but I do want to expand our business. So First National Bank of Long Island really delivered.
At First National, we offer competitive rates in the financing you need and access to expert local lenders. We also underwrite and service every loan. Let's connect at fnbli.com. First National. Go first. Go far. The First National Bank of Long Island, member FDIC, equal opportunity lender, equal housing lender. Loan subject to credit approval.
The Waddle Inn Shop is your home for everything Ducks baseball. The team store is full of official Long Island Ducks merchandise, great gifts, hard-to-find memorabilia, team apparel, and so much more. You can even get your favorite name and number put on the back of your very own Ducks jersey. Celebrate Waddle Inn Wednesday as well, with exclusive deals in-store during every Wednesday home game. Visit the Waddle Inn Shop today at Fairfield Properties Ballpark or shop online anytime at liducks.com.
Sayville Ford, the no-fees dealer, has been family-owned and operated for 65 years. Visit their spacious showroom to choose from a giant inventory of new, pre-owned, and commercial vehicles with a free 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain limited warranty included. Some exclusions apply. Plus, they offer top dollar for trades, and their service department is open until 1 a.m. on weekdays. Sayville Ford, Long Island's Ford giant, is conveniently located off exit 50 on Sunrise Highway, or visit SayvilleFord.com for more information.
Michael Pollock here at Staten Island University Hospital Community Park. We go to the top half of the 8th inning. The Ducks in front of the FerryHawks 6-4 in the opening game of this 3-game series. For the FerryHawks, they turn it over to right-hander Eric Marinez, who will be the second reliever of the night for the FerryHawks, the third pitcher overall for Staten Island in the game. He takes over after 2 innings of 1-run ball from Joe Kuja, who took over in the 6th for starter Dylan Castaneda. Jose just twirled a scoreless inning in the 7th, despite allowing a leadoff double and a walk with 1 out in the inning, or 2 outs rather in the inning. Was able to get through it unharmed. Carlos Castro will lead things off for the Ducks. It'll be 6, 7, and 8 in the order for the Ducks. Castro, Woodcock, and DiCarlo. And before the first pitch is even thrown, Marinez steps off the rubber and will go through the signs with his catcher, Andres Noriega. First pitch on the way, and that fastball taken on the outside corner for a strike, 0-1. Castro is 0 for 3, grounded out to third in the 2nd inning, struck out looking in the 4th, and grounded out to second in the 5th. He is the only Duck, along with Lynn, that have yet to get on base in the game. Those two are combined 0 for 7. Pitch misses low here, and the count is now 1-1. Marinez is set at the belt. Here's the pitch. Castro takes. That curveball misses the inside corner. Two and 1 the count. And the scoreboard said 3-0, and I was a little mixed up, but it is 2-1. Here's the pitch. That's outside, and now it's 3-1. Kuja, 2 innings of work, allowed a run on 2 hits, 1 walk, struck out 3. The 1 run came on the home run by Matt Chamberlain in the 6th, the second solo homer of the night for the Ducks. Achenbach had the other. 3-1 pitch, a check swing foul ball by Castro at home plate. Wanted to hold up, but got the bat out there a little too much, and the count full at 3-2. Kuja threw 38 pitches, 21 for strikes. Castaneda and Pike, the 2 pitchers of record, the starters in the ball game right now. So it'll be a payoff pitch from Marinez to Castro. The right-hander fires, and Castro drives one in the air deep but foul down the right field line. That'll head up and out of the ballpark. Marinez making his 37th appearance of the year for Staten Island. One of those was his start. He has 7 holds on the season. Is 1-5 with a 6.71 ERA. Here's the payoff pitch again, and Castro takes down and away for ball 4. So the Ducks get the leadoff man aboard for the first time since the 4th inning when Romero drew a leadoff walk. It's the 5th walk of the game issued by the FerryHawks pitching staff, so we're celebrating another First National Bank LI walk to first. Go first, go far. So Castro gets on, and now Dustin Woodcock will come to the plate. He's looking down to Lou Ford at third for the signs. Woodcock has 2 sack bunts on the year, leading by 2. I'm not sure if they're going to try and sacrifice. Joe DiCarlo waits on deck. First pitch from Marinez. Woodcock does not square, and he ends up going around on a half swing on a breaking ball downstairs. So Woodcock behind it, 0-1. Ducks center fielder fly to left in the 2nd. He singled and scored in the 4th, and then struck out looking in the 6th against Kuja. Marinez comes set. Here comes the 0-1. Pitch on the way is swung on and popped up foul back behind the plate. Well up and out of play. And Marinez quickly jumps in front, 0-2. The Right-hander has tossed 57 2/3 innings this year, allowing 66 hits, 50 runs, 43 of them earned. He has given up 9 home runs on the season. Control's been an issue, 46 walks for the righty. He's struck out 53. The 0-2 from Mariñez, and Woodcock takes the fastball high and outside. So that'll move the count to 1-2. Long Island certainly looking for some insurance at this point, leading late in the game. This season, when they have taken a lead into the 8th inning, they're 52-6. One-two. Woodcock smacks one foul to the screen on the third base side of home plate. There is no action for the Ducks in their bullpen right now, so you have to figure Jose will come back out to pitch the 8th inning after he tossed a scoreless inning in the 7th. He needed a total of 14 pitches to get through the inning. Here comes the 1-2. Castro leads off first. Mariñez's pitch, and Woodcock gets a weak tapper up the first base line, but foul. Christopher Cespedes will flip it up to a fan in the stands. And we'll do it yet again at a ball on 2 strikes. Good at bat by Woodcock, or by Castro to start the inning to draw the leadoff walk, and now Woodcock in a battle. Next pitch will be number 6 of this at bat from Mariñez. Kicking the pitch. Woodcock takes a curveball that misses down and in. That evens things up at 2 balls and 2 strikes. This has been a very tight season series between the two teams. Ducks twice had 5-game leads in this series, but Staten Island has come roaring back. They now have a 1-game edge, 16-15. They've split 14 meetings thus far on this field here in 2022. 2-2. Ripped towards second, gobbled up by Herrera. He flips the short for 1 on a first, and it's in time. So Woodcock hit the ball hard, but hit it right at Dilson Herrera. Ducks hit into a double play for the 2nd straight inning. 4-6-3 is the twin killing. And just like that, 2 down and the base is empty for Joe DiCarlo. So Woodcock and Castro a race. Woodcock now 1 for 4 in the game. First pitch here is taken low and outside for ball number 1. DiCarlo 1 hit on the night, an RBI single to center in the 4th with 2 out. That tied the game at 4 apiece at the time. Sandwiched in between a pair of strikeouts. Here a half swing. They say he went around, or I think the pitch was a called strike anyway, in the count 1-1. DiCarlo went down swinging in the 2nd, looking in the 6th. Mariñez gets the sign and comes set. His 1-1 is a fastball taken upstairs. That'll run the count to 2-1. DiCarlo was 3 for 9 in the series against Southern Maryland this week with a double, a homer, 3 RBIs, and 3 runs. He finished the homestand 4 for 17. Two-1, tapped into the ground, foul. Just getting a little piece of it was DiCarlo, and that'll even things up at 2-2. One of the things you often see here at the ballpark are those giant shipping container ships making their way through the harbor. One of those making its way through right now, blocking that New York City skyline off in the distance behind the center field wall. Two-two. Popped him up, foul behind the plate. Noriega back to the warning track near the stands, and he makes the catch. And a turn around and grab a basket catch as he hit into the screen. And Joe DiCarlo retired with a final out here in the 8th. So Marinas with the scoreless inning. No runs, no hits, a walk, nobody left. We go to the bottom of inning number 8. It's 6-4 Long Island.
Hey fans, this is Mark Wiedemeyer, pitching coach for the Long Island Ducks, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network.
Planning your next party or looking for a caterer that will handle all of your needs? Hidden Gem Cafe has got you covered. From setup to service to cleanup and amazing food that is sure to be talked about, they can do it all without breaking the bank. Hidden Gem knows that each event is unique and strives to design a specialized menu for each event. Call the Hidden Gem Cafe for your next party at 631-390-5912 and be sure to follow them on social media too at the Hidden Gem Cafe for ideas and information.
Can't get enough of the Long Island Ducks? Well, now you can get even more inside info on your favorite hometown team through Facebook and Twitter. The Ducks are constantly updating fans through social media with scores, transactions, ballpark promotions, and much more. You can even win great prizes. All you'll need to do is make a free account on Facebook and Twitter, and then visit us at facebook.com/LIDucks and twitter.com/LIDucks. Think you're Long Island's biggest Ducks fan? Get connected now.
Well, fans, the 2022 season may be coming to an end, but in 2023, make sure to sign the young Ducks fan up in your life for the Bethpage Federal Credit Union Ducks Kids Club. Children 14 and under will receive exciting gifts, discounts on merchandise, and unique experiences that only come with being a member. Sign up by calling 631-940-3825. 2023 memberships will go on sale online during the offseason. When they do, you can visit liducks.com as well. So back to the mound is Jose. He tossed a scoreless inning in the 7th, despite allowing a leadoff double to Andres Noriega, who was thrown out trying to stretch the double to a single, and who drew a walk in the 7th inning against Antoine Duplantis. But ultimately got out of it, struck out Dilson Herrera for the final out of the inning. So Jose will look to complete 2 innings of relief at least tonight. And he'll be facing the heart of the order for the FerryHawks. It'll be Angel Aguilar to get things started, followed by Ricardo Cespedes, and then Mario Bautista. First pitch on the way here from Jose to Angel Aguilar. And the pitch is a fastball taken low and outside for ball number 1. Aguilar tonight, 1 for 3 at the plate. He picked up a base hit his last time up, which came in the 5th inning. Fly to right in the 3rd, grounded to 2nd in the 1st. Jose's 1-0 is taken on the inside corner for a strike. And that'll even up the count at 1-1. FerryHawks are going to start to get some action up in their bullpen, it looks like, down the left field line, a right-hander. The 1-1 pitch, swing and a miss. Jose gets Aguilar to chase well down and out of the zone. That'll move the count to 1-2. It looks like Victor Campion is going to start to get loose. Now, obviously, trailing by 2, it's not a save situation for Campion, so we'll see if he comes in even if the score remains the same. The 1-2 from Jose, and Aguilar fouls one back to the screen. Took a good cut, knocks it back behind the plate. We'll do it again at 1-2. Jose, for the most part this year, has been a 1-inning pitcher. We have seen him a couple times, though, either pitch 2 innings or pitch into the 2nd inning. Time called here. And he'll get reset on the mound, will Jose. Last time the lefty pitched 2 innings was August 30th against the Barnstormers. He tossed 2 perfect innings with a strikeout. He's thrown 1 inning in each of his last 6 appearances, all in the month of September. 1-2. Line drive left center field. That'll get down for a base hit. Dustin Woodcock over to cut it off. So Jose allows his second leadoff hit of the night as Aguilar singles to center. He's now 2 for 4. So the leadoff man reaches for Staten Island. And right away they'll bring the tying run to the plate here in the 8th. And the lefty Ricardo Cespedes. Now obviously this is the spot for Jose. You've got 2 of the next 3 hitters as lefty hitters. Wally Backman often likes to play matchups, but again, the only other high leverage guy that you would probably go to in this spot of the game is Tyler Webb, and you have to figure he is being saved for the 9th. First pitch from Jose to Cespedes, and it's a fastball that misses the outside corner for ball 1. Cespedes singled to center and scored in the 2nd. He led off the inning with a base hit. Since then has struck out swinging in the 3rd and fly to right in the 5th. The 1-0 from Jose. Deals to the plate. Cespedes takes. That fastball nips the outside corner for a strike, and Cespedes cannot believe it. Thought that pitch was way too far outside. JB Torres felt otherwise, and that'll even up the count at 1-1. Aguilar leads off first with nobody out. The 1-1 pitch, bunted at, pulled back, and taken upstairs for a ball. And now Cespedes ahead in the count of 2 balls and 1 strike. It's always interesting to see how relievers fare after they come in, get out of a jam or pitch a scoreless inning, then wait on the bench before they have to go back out to the mound. Aguilar takes his lead. The 2-1 from Jose. Kicks and fires. Cespedes way out in front, swings and misses. And that'll even the count at 2-2. Cespedes 100% was expecting a fastball there from Jose, and instead got a changeup from the lefty. Completely fooled him, did Cespedes, or did Jose, excuse me. By the way, Cespedes absolutely had a case for that 2nd pitch. Trackman had it way off the outside corner. That was a fortunate break for Jose and the Ducks. Now a 2-2 pitch. Swinging a foul tip off the glove of DiCarlo. Just caught a piece to stay alive. Came back with the fastball after the changeup. So the count remains 2-2. Fans trying to start a Let's Go Hawks chant with their team trailing by 2 at home. Staten Island at 1 point led this game by 3. Going into the top of the 3rd, the Ducks have since scored 5 unanswered runs. Once again, the 2-2 coming. They called a balk on Jose. Jose has no idea what he did. The 3rd base umpire, Tony Gasandi, who was stationed out by 2nd, made the call. Wally Backman had no clue from the Ducks dugout as to exactly what he did. Jose was unsure as well. But a balk is called on Jose here. And now the FerryHawks get a runner at 2nd base. So for the Ducks, that is their 6th balk of the year. The first time Jose has balked. The 2-2, and Cespedes a swing and a miss, strike 3. Good curveball by Jose, and Cespedes way out in front of it. 2nd strikeout for the Ducks lefty, and there's 1 away here in the bottom of the 8th. Now, I did not see, from my vantage point, what Jose did. It did not appear as though he had started and stopped his motion or broke the hands at all. But obviously I am much further away from the action than Tony Gasandi was. So runner at 2nd out, 1 out. Here is Mario Bautista from the right side. The first pitch from Jose. Bautista swing and a miss. He was way out in front of the offering. And the count 0-1. Bautista tonight is 1 for 3. Had an RBI double to left field in the second that scored Cespedes. Scored one batter later on Ramon Osuna's RBI single. But has struck out twice since, went down looking in the third against Pike and swinging in the sixth against Pike. The 0-1. Fastball misses the inside corner. And that will even up the count at 1 ball and 1 strike. Ducks with a 6-4 lead. They've been kept off the scoreboard the last 2 innings, has the Ducks offense against the FerryHawks bullpen. Jose looks to second. The 1-1 pitch. Bautista way out in front again, chases downstairs. Jose has had good movement on that breaking ball and the changeup. A lot of these hitters expecting the fastball and then getting the off speed and being totally fooled and out in front on it. So now Jose ahead of Bautista at 1-2 with the lefty swinging Ramon Osuna waiting on deck. The 1-2 from Jose to Bautista. Kicks and fires. Bautista swing a little tap around in front of home plate. Jose fields his throw to first, and it's in time for the out. Fired an absolute bullet to Jose Sermo at first. And the Jose connection gets the second out of the inning. Advancing to third on the play is Angel Aguilar. So with 2 down and the runner at third, up will step the lefty swinging designated hitter Ramon Osuna to the plate. Home plate umpire J.B. Torres went out to the mound. Had a quick talk with Jose, now makes his way back behind the plate. Right-hander continues to get loose for the FerryHawks. Again, I believe that is Victor Capayan. First pitch on the way from Jose to Osuna. And that is swung on and popped up in the air to shallow right. Out is the second baseman Achenbach, gives way to the right fielder Chamberlain, and it is Chamberlain who will make the catch to end the inning. Back-to-back scoreless innings out of the bullpen from Jose. He works around leadoff base hits in both innings. No runs a hit and 1 man left for the FerryHawks. We head to the 9th here in Staten Island. The Ducks still in front, 6-4.
Hey fans, this is pitcher Chris Cepeda. You're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network.
PSCG Long Island wants you to know how to save energy and money in your home. Did you know energy-efficient appliances can use up to 25% less energy? Here's how to save. PSEG Long Island offers money-saving rebates when you purchase Energy Star appliances. Discover how a little energy efficiency know-how can mean savings in your home. Find more energy efficiency tips, tools, and money-saving rebates at pscgliny.com/save money.
Has drinking or substance abuse taken over your life? You are not alone, and recovery is possible. At FCA, our caring team members will work with you to identify a recovery plan that meets your needs. We have virtual and in-person services ranging from treatment to recovery, from prevention to crisis support. Go to our website, fcali.org or thriveli.org for more information and to start your recovery journey today.
Hey kids, are you ready to be part of the coolest club in town? If so, sign up today for the Long Island Ducks Kids Club presented by Bethpage Federal Credit Union. Children 14 and under will receive exclusive perks that only come with being a member, including a free ticket to a Ducks game, a free commemorative yearbook, 10% off at the Waddle Inn Shop, and much more. They'll also receive priority access to skip the line during Kids Run the Bases at all Sunday home games. Sign up today by visiting liducks.com or by calling 631-940-3825, and we'll see you at the ballpark.
To the 9th inning we go here in Staten Island. 6 runs, 7 hits, no errors for the Ducks. 4 runs, 7 hits, no errors for the FerryHawks. Opening game of a 3-game series as we head to the 9th. New pitcher is in. It is right-hander Victor Capayan, who has been the closer this year for Staten Island, but obviously this is not a save situation Staten Island's goal is keeping this a 2-run ball game. Going into the bottom of the ninth, where it looks like Tyler Webb will come in and pitch. He's already getting loose in the bullpen for the Ducks down the right field line. For the Ducks here in the ninth, it'll be 9, 1, and 2 in the order. Matt Chamberlain, Sue Lin, and Trevor Achenbach. Lefty, lefty, righty. The first pitch, and that is taken on the outside corner. A fastball strike, 0-1. Chamberlain hit his first Duck home run his last time up. A solo shot to right with 2 outs in the 6th off of Joe Kuja. He had struck out swinging in the 3rd and 4th prior to that. Timeout is called here as a ball got loose on the first base side of the field. So 0-1 here on Chamberlain. Campion comes set. He kicks and fires home. And Chamberlain takes another strike over the outside corner. He disagreed with the call, thought it was low and away. But the strike call made by JB Torres. And it's 0-2. Campion ready to go. Here comes the pitch, and Chamberlain takes. This one misses downstairs. And that is ball 1. On the year, Campion has pitched in 46 games for Staten Island, 6-3 record, a 1.72 ERA, 20 saves and 1 hold on the year. He has struck out 54 and walked 21, while allowing 33 hits in 52 1/3 innings. 0-2. Chamberlain, a fly ball right center field into the gap. Long run over for Mario Bautista, and he will track that one down and retire Chamberlain for the first out here in the 9th inning. In the bottom of the 9th, it will be the bottom of the order due up for Staten Island. 3 righties, Christopher Cespedes, Andres Noriega, and Javier Betancourt are those 3 righties who are due up to the plate. So here is Sue Lin to bat, 0 for 4 on the night. First pitch is a slider taken on the outside corner for strike 1. Lin, the only member of the Ducks tonight who has yet to reach base safely in the game. He struck out swinging in the first and has flied out 3 times since, twice to left and once to center. 0-1, and that misses down and away. That'll even up the count at 1 ball and 1 strike. Campion's allowed 16 runs all year, 10 earned, opponents hitting just 181 against him. He has been Staten Island's top reliever all season long, one of the top relievers in the league all season long, the former York Revolution righty. Here's 1-1. Fastball misses the outside corner. And that will run the count to 2 balls and a strike on Sue Lin. Staten Island scored 4 runs in the second to take a 4-1 lead. Here Lin hits a fly ball to right. Didn't get enough of it. Mario Bautista barely has to move to make the catch. So back-to-back flyouts by Chamberlain and Lin to right field. And now with 2 outs, that'll leave it up to Trevor Achenbach. So again, Staten Island scored 4 runs. They sent the first 6 men to the plate, all reaching safely against Chris Pike before he finally was able to get out of the inning. And since that point, Long Island has scored 5 unanswered runs. 1 in the 3rd, 2 in the 4th, 1 in the 5th, and 1 in the 6th. And that has gotten us to where we are right now, 6-4 flock, top of the 9th inning. First pitch, and it is taken inside for ball 1 by Achenbach, who's had a very nice night at the plate tonight. He is 2 for 3, a double, a homer, an RBI, and 3 runs scored. He was hit by a pitch in the 5th inning. Struck out swinging his last time up, which came in the 7th. The 1-0. Broken bat, ground ball up the third base line. Backhanded by Betancourt. The throw across is in time for the out. And that will retire the side. Nicely done by Campion. He retires the Ducks 1-2-3 in the top of the 9th on 2 flyouts and a groundout. We head to the bottom half of the 9th inning. Long Island 6, Staten Island 4.
Hey fans, this is Tyler Webb, left-handed pitcher, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network.
Hey, Hey Ducks fans, the official hotel of the Long Island Ducks is the Radisson Hotel, Hauppauge, Long Island. It's centrally located on the North Shore of Long Island and offers a home away from home for both business and leisure guests. The Radisson Hotel, Hauppauge, Long Island features an indoor pool, 24-hour business center, a fitness center, and complimentary Wi-Fi in all guest rooms. Enjoy the contemporary American cuisine at the Fountain Grill restaurant or grab a quick bite to eat at Cafe Prato. And best of all, it's only minutes away from Fairfield Properties Ballpark. The Radisson Hotel, Hauppauge, Long Island, the official hotel of the Long Island Ducks. Call 231-1100 today. That's 631-231-1100.
Your source for everything Ducks is liducks.com. The official website of the Long Island Ducks is the best place to stay up to date with Long Island's hometown team. Purchase tickets to the game, see the full promotional schedule, visit the online store, read the latest news stories, and watch every game live right on the homepage. The site offers an optimal browsing experience on either your computer or mobile device. liducks.com, the official website of the Long Island Ducks, your one-stop shop for all things Ducks baseball.
Bottom of the ninth coming up here at Staten Island University Hospital Community Park. Opening game of this three-game series. Long Island trying to end a two-games losing skid overall. They dropped the last two of the homestand to Southern Maryland, trying to end a four-game skid against Staten Island. And it'll be Tyler Webb, the closer for the Ducks, who comes on to try and finish this one off. The left-hander will be facing the bottom of the order for the FerryHawks. Three righties due up to the plate. That'll be Christopher Cespedes, Andres Noriega, and Javier Betancourt. Combined, those three tonight have a total of 2 hits in 6 at-bats, along with a couple walks and a hit by pitch. Most of the night, though, they were facing the righty Chris Pike. The lefty Jose did allow a double to Noriega to begin the 7th, but ended up tossing 2 scoreless innings in relief for the flock, setting up Webb. First pitch here, and Cespedes takes a fastball strike over the inside corner, 0-1. Tonight, Cespedes has walked twice, coming in the 2nd and the 4th, scored in the 2nd, and grounded out to 3rd his last time up in the 6th against Pike. Here he hits a pop-up in the air down the left field line. Long run from Mazzilli, racing in and towards the line and left. He will make the run and catch in fair territory. And Christopher Cespedes is retired for the first out here in the bottom of the 9th inning. That'll bring up Andres Noriega to the plate. For Jose, 2 scoreless innings in relief. He allowed 2 hits, walked 1, struck out 2, and committed a balk. He threw 30 pitches, 21 for strikes, and was able to work around leadoff hits in both innings. Allowed the double to Noriega in the 7th, who again was thrown out trying to advance to a 3rd on a triple. And then the leadoff single to Aguilar in the 8th, who was stranded at 3rd. First pitch on the way to the plate from Webb, and Noriega is, I think he swung at that. Couldn't tell if they definitely made the motion on it. It is 0-1. Webb kicks and deals. This one is grounded back to the mound. Webb fields on 1 hop, jogs to first. The underhand toss to Sermo in time for the out. So Noriega retired. He's now 1 for 3 on the night. Webb's retired the first 2 here in the 9th. The Ducks 1 out away from the victory. So the Ducks trying to get a win here to even up the Battle of the Belt at 16-16. And standing in their way is Javier Betancourt, the 3rd baseman and 9-hitter, who's 1 for 3 on the night. First pitch from Webb. Betancourt takes the fastball, belt high for a strike, 0-1. Webb, by the way, 2-5, a 3.10 ERA in 51 appearances. He's got 8 holds and 14 saves on the season. 0-1. Outside that missed, 1-1. Webb has allowed 57 hits and 52 in the 3rd innings, coming in 13 walks to 66 strikeouts for the former big leaguer. One from Webb to Betancourt. Swung on a nubbed foul, first base side of home plate. And now Staten Island down to its final strike on the night. One ball, two strike count with two down and the base is empty here in the bottom of the ninth inning. The pitch from Webb. Fastball misses upstairs. And that will even up the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Betancourt had a 2-run single to left field in the second inning to cap that 4-run inning. Has fly to right and popped to second since. 2 ball, 2 strike, 2 out pitch from Tyler Webb, and it is swung on and missed for strike 3. This ball game is over. Tyler Webb with his 15th save of the season, and the Long Island Ducks take the opening game of this Battle of the Belt weekend series to finish the regular season as they defeat the Staten Island FerryHawks by the final count of 6-4. So Chris Pike, a solid job after that rocky second inning, follows it up with 4 scoreless frames after that point. 2 scoreless innings out of the bullpen from Jose, a 1-2-3 ninth for Tyler Webb to earn the save, and a terrific job by the Ducks offense to overturn a 4-1 deficit and pick up their 28th come from behind win of the season. Don't go anywhere. The post-game show is coming up next. We'll recap this game and hand out the player of the game honors. Ducks win the series opener by the final count of 6-4.
Hey fans, this is pitcher James Varela, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network.
This is it. Check it out. See what everyone's talking about. Let Nicolak Pavers pave your way.
Bring your outdoor living dreams to life. Visit Nicolak's Outdoor Design Center at 200 Henry Street in Lindenhurst and see thousands of square feet of pavers, retaining walls, fire pits, and outdoor living accents on display. Only Nicolak paving stones are made with Paver Shield technology for more vibrant color options than anyone else. Visit Nicolak.com to request a free sample or their Outdoor Design Center at 200 Henry Street in Lindenhurst. Nicolak. Ask for it by name. You'll see the difference. Visit Nicolak.com. That's Nicolak.com.
Let Nicolak Pavers pave your way. Pave your way.
Back here at Staten Island University Hospital Community Park, where the Long Island Ducks have defeated the Staten Island FerryHawks by the final count of 6-4. The Ducks win the opening game of this series. They end a 4-game losing skid to Staten Island. And the Ducks have evened up the Battle of the Belt. 16 wins apiece for Long Island and for Staten Island. So what does that mean? Well, there are just 2 games remaining for these 2 teams. Whoever wins tomorrow's game will guarantee themselves at least a share of the Battle of the Belt. And it would set up an opportunity for whoever wins tomorrow's game with a chance to win the belt outright if they could take Sunday's series finale. Let's recap this game for you. The Ducks were able to strike first and take the opening game of this series, the opening run of the game, when Trevor Achenbach doubled to left with 1 out in the first inning, moved to third on a wild pitch. L.J. Mazzilli drew a walk, and then a sac fly to left off the bat of Davidson Romero gave Long Island an early 1-0 lead. It would stay that way until the bottom of the second inning when Chris Pike, after retiring the side in order in the first, ran into trouble, allowed a leadoff single to Ricardo Cespedes, an RBI double to Mario Bautista tied the game, an RBI single by Ramon Osuna gave the FerryHawks the lead, and after a walk and a hit by pitch, loaded the bases, a 2-run single by Javier Betancourt put Staten Island in front by the count of 4-1. But Chris Pike would settle in from that point forward, and over his final 4 innings of the game allowed just 2 men to reach, a walk to Cespedes in the 4th and a single to Aguilar in the 5th. Meanwhile, the Ducks offense went back to work to overturn the deficit. In the 3rd inning with 2 outs, Trevor Achenbach hit a solo home run to left center field, his first home run as a Duck, closed the gap to 4-2. In the 4th inning, Davidson Romero drew a leadoff walk against Dylan Castaneda, the starter for Staten Island. He went first to third on a 2-out single to right by Dustin Woodcock, and a wild pitch scored Romero, moved Woodcock to second to make it a 4-3 game. Joe DiCarlo followed with an RBI single to center, and that tied up the ball game at 4 apiece. In the 5th inning, Castaneda still on the mound and hit Trevor Achenbaugh with one out, who went to second then on a wild pitch, to third on a ground out by L.J. Mazzilli, and scored an RBI double by Davidson Romero, his second run batted into the night. And Long Island at that point went in front 5-4. They would add an insurance run in the sixth when Matt Chamberlain left the yard in right field with a solo home run, his first with the Flock. And Long Island led it 6-4 at that point. Jose would come in the seventh, retire the side without giving up a run despite allowing a hit and a walk. Jose would work around a leadoff single in the eighth to keep the FerryHawks off the scoreboard. And Tyler Webb with a 1-2-3 ninth finished it off as the Ducks won it 6-4. Final totals from tonight's game: 6 runs, 7 hits, no errors for the Ducks. They left 5 men on base. For the FerryHawks, 4 runs, 7 hits, and no errors. They also left 5 on base. Chris Pike gets his first win of the season. He improves to 1-0 as he allowed 4 runs on 5 hits and 2 walks over 6 innings while striking out 4. Dylan Castaneda suffers his first loss with the FerryHawks to fall to 2-1 as he allowed 5 runs on 5 hits and 3 walks over 5 innings with 7 strikeouts. Tyler Webb with his 15th save of the year, a 1-2-3 ninth, striking out 1. The game took 3 hours and 5 minutes tonight before a crowd of 1,610 here in Staten Island. It's time to hand out tonight's Player of the Game honors. Tonight, I am going to give it to 2 members of the Ducks offense who both contributed big time to the offense tonight. Trevor Achenbaugh, who was 2 for 4 at the plate with 2 extra base hits, including his first Duck homer, an RBI, and 3 runs scored. And Davidson Romero, who reached base safely 3 out of the 4 times he came up, the other a sac fly. So he finished 2 for 2 with 2 RBIs, a run, and a walk. Those 2 are our players of the game. We'll take one more break. When we come back, we'll have the out-of-town scoreboard, and then we will wrap things up from Staten Island University Hospital Community Park.
Hey fans, this is outfielder and hitting coach Lou Ford, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network.
When we see Long Island, we see you. Because at Catholic Health, we know that it's your remarkable lives that breathe life into our island. So at every Catholic Health hospital, practice, and care facility, we're able to provide the highest quality, most innovative care for your body. Because our culture cherishes your humanity. Long live Long Island.
Morning, Dan. How was your weekend?
Oh, it was awesome. I took my family to a Ducks game and had a blast. The seats were great. We ate a ton of food, and the Ducks won. They even had amazing fireworks.
Oh, yeah. They got a good thing going on there. I took friends to Thirsty Thursday a couple weeks ago and had too much fun.
They should totally use us in one of their radio spots.
You mean like the one we're doing right now?
Sure, that works.
Ducks Baseball. Good times every time. Get tickets at liducks.com.
We will wrap things up here on the post-game show as we hit the out-of-town scoreboard. The Ducks win the opening game of the series 6-4 over the Staten Island FerryHawks. Almost everything is final in the Atlantic League. Earlier tonight, it was the Wild Health Genomes, a 7-5 win over the Lexington Legends in Kentucky. Dotson, the win, improved to 1-1. Wright, the loss, fell to 1-1. And Bostic, his second save of the year. For the Genomes, home runs from Becker, his 22nd. PA, his 13th. Duenas, his 8th. And Rye, his 9th. Nelson hit his 6th home run, and Irvin his 18th for Lexington. York Revolution defeat the High Point Rockers 4-3 at home in a walk-off fashion in the bottom of the ninth. Fuller, the win, improved to 5-6. Rincon, the loss, fell to 2-2. Lenin Rodriguez and J.C. Encarnacion with RBIs for York. Ladendorf had an RBI, and Martinez with 2 for the High Point Rockers. Lancaster Barnstormers with a 5-2 win at home over the Southern Maryland Blue Crabs. Andretti Cordero goes 2 for 3 for the Barnstormers. Now he is within 6 of De Aza for the league batting title. The winning pitcher for Lancaster is going to end up being, I believe, Gray Fenter in relief. The loser for Southern Maryland is going to end up being the starter Mitch Lamson. For the Barnstormers tonight, Cordero hit his 16th home run of the year. For Southern Maryland, Jack Sundberg, his 8th of the season. And Gastonia right now has a 10-4 lead over Charleston in West Virginia. That game going into the bottom half of the ninth inning. For Gastonia tonight, 3 RBIs from Jake Skoll leading their offense, 2 each from Freeman and Roman. And for the Dirty Birds, Blum and Garcet have driven in runs. Yankees, the Mets, have a 4-3 lead over the Pirates. That game has actually gone final at Citi Field. Walker, the win, improved to 12-4. Keller, the loss, fell to 5-11. Diaz with his 30th save of the year Vogelbach, his 17th home run of the season for the Mets. Cruz, his 16th of the year for the Pirates. Yankees and Brewers are now tied at 5. That game is in the 5th inning in Milwaukee. For the Yankees, 2 RBIs from Josh Donaldson leading their offense. Adames, his 29th home run of the year, leading the way for the Brewers. So that'll do it for the out-of-town scoreboard. This series will continue tomorrow night, where whichever team wins will guarantee themselves at least a share of the title in this year's Battle of the Belt. For the Ducks, it'll be right-hander James Varela who gets the start. He is 1-2 with a 6.04 ERA on the year, and he will be facing right-hander Christian Capuano, who defeated the Ducks in his professional debut last Sunday, 1-0, a 4.50 ERA. Should be a good one tomorrow night, another 6 o'clock start for the middle game of this 3-game series. That'll do it for us here at Staten Island University Hospital Community Park. Once again, the final score, it was the Long Island Ducks 6 and the Staten Island FerryHawks 4. We invite you to join us for our next Ducks broadcast. That will be tomorrow night when these two teams meet for the middle game of the series. Our pregame show will get underway at 5:45. First pitch, 6 o'clock. You can follow all the action right here on the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network. For my broadcast partner, Mike Moore, my name is Michael Pollack. Thank you so very much for spending your Friday night with us. Hope you enjoyed the broadcast and the Ducks win. Have a great rest of your night. We'll do it all over again on Saturday night here in Staten Island. Good night and so long from Staten Island University Hospital Community Park.